Kart's on the racetrack now here for Micro Swift for their warm-up and qualifying for the IAME Grand National Championship Fast Driver Shootouts. And we say fast drivers as the promoter has allowed a few more with how close the opening heat races were to join the field. So again, this is just the timed warm-up and qualifying session where they get to learn the new layout that they'll be racing on here in a little bit. And KA100 Jr is currently on the grid as well. They'll be getting ready to roll momentarily with their 5-minute warm-up / qualifying. So it's a mix of both, as you'll see already the track differences here with the run up to turn number 3. So the alternate course here that'll be used for all of the sessions tonight, both the Micro Swifts and the KA Juniors, as well as the KA100 Sr Shootout presented by Apex Apparel. For the Apex Apparel KA100 Shootout drivers, again, they'll go after all of the 2 sessions apiece for each division on the undercard run, which means they're still probably getting their tires and preparing their pit stop stations for the hot grid turnaround. Right now, the hot grid is getting ready to heat up with the mechanics and parents and team owners for Micro as the kids try to learn the circuit. And thankfully, again, for the youngsters, this track is similar and using basically just a shortened version of the same corners in the same way they took them earlier on in the day. The only really change is, again, getting onto the brakes going up the hill at turn 3. Everything else is around the same mile an hour, same braking points from their heat race earlier.
I think, if anything, that the only big change I think that we could see is maybe a change in gearing to find a little bit more speed throughout the corners. All right, so that could be just adding a couple of teeth to the rear sprocket. That could be my only big change, I think, maybe for some of these kiddos looking for a little bit of speed here in the shootouts. And again, 10 drivers that are in this one. We have Slade Harrell, Jack Katowski, Liam Francisco, Dutch Westbrook, Lennox Lockhart, Brody Stoffel, Hudson Howard, Mason Brody, Caden Cladera, and Liam Estalis, your 10 drivers that are going to race for $1,000 here tonight in the shootout. And again, a couple of KA juniors as well are going to work their way out to this shootout as well, just right after this session. And we look there with, again, the stalls, if you will, the hot grid stalls, everybody just getting ready to kind of go to work. And this is, this track comes to life, right? The paddock comes to life whenever these shootouts do go on. The fences get lined. This is an absolute show. And again, it's exciting, right? It's exciting to call. It's exciting to be a part of as well. I know everybody in our team is excited, and I know everybody taking part as well. It's cool, right? You don't see much of this, like you said earlier, a little bit of an all-star race, if you will, for the Micro Swifts, for the KA Juniors, as well we're going to see later on today in the KA Sr Shootout as well, Xander.
40 seconds lap times here for the Micros. They'll be down in the high 30s for KA Junior and KA Senior. And it's open tire. Obviously, most of the drivers, if not all, will elect to put on a sticker set of MGs to go and compete for $1,000. But indeed, a ton of fun and all about what this event is built on. A give back. This is, as direct from IAME USA East, an appreciation race, just as much as it's about bringing the best in North America together for another big race weekend. It's also a give back weekend with big prizes and lots of curveballs thrown at the drivers and the teams and the individual entries as well, to make it fun, to make it different, and to spice up the run of the big tour, as we call it, between the Stars Championship Series, the U.S. Pro Kart Series, and the SCUSA Pro Tour. And we'll touch a little more on why those championships are notable here tonight, because it factors into who ended up getting the nod to join the grid in the promoters' picks outside of those that directly transferred. 5 directly transferred in this class, and then along with that, 5 more picks to bring up the main group, with Lennox Lockhart ending this session right now, potentially on top, about 3/4 of a tenth over Liam Francisco, Dutch Westbrook, Slade Harrell, Nico Katowski, and crew. And you saw the drivers leapfrogging quite a bit, backing out of line, and then rejoining. And again, this is not a super important quali. It relatively is, and that's, again, going to put Lennox on the pole for the shootout race altogether. But this is just as much a get a read on your gearing, because the setup should be pretty similar. But now with that back straightaway gone, how many more teeth do you want to add to try and get you more speed coming out of that infield hairpin.
Yeah, I don't know. You're kind of removing the back straightaway completely, right, from the racetrack. So that's one thing to know. But I think anywhere from maybe 2-3 teeth, maybe, of what we're going to see changes being made. But here's how they're going to start the shootout. Lennox Lockhart going to start on the pole with Liam Francisco, Westbrook, Tahero, Katowski, Astalis, Hudson Howard, Brody Stoffel, Mason Brody, and Caden Cladera. Those are your 10 drivers that are going to work their way.
And they're going to go around the back side of the garages, alternate entry to the scale line, because, again, the grid and the scale area, you're already seeing more pop-up canopies beginning to get set up. That's not to, again, be ready for the shade, but to have some lights underneath them and for everyone to have kind of a designated space to work down on the grid. Here's a look at the KA Juniors.
When you come off the track, make sure you go around the back. We're going to scale from the back so you pop back out here. Does anyone have any questions so far? Okay. This practice sets the grid, 10-lap race, run to cut through in turn 3. Anybody have any questions? You have to run the same tires for both sessions. That's really it, guys. Don't kill each other.
So one of our 4 undercard sessions in the books here. Qualifying completed for the micros. Lennox Lockhart and Liam Francisco will lead them to green for a 10-lap sprint for $1,000 cash. Over Dutch Westbrook, Slate Harrell, and Jack Katowski, your top 5 all the way back to Caden Cladera. KA100 Jr. about to do the same thing. 5 minutes on the clock. Go out, get a read, and hopefully put in a good lap time to fight from a high starting spot of the drivers that are in. The top 5 automatically got their way through on merit, and it was, again, so close at the front of the field. We opened it up, and from a Fast 5 shootout, it'll be the Fast 10 for KA Jr. and Micro Swift, and that's what's got this grid full. And mechanic stand's already getting busy behind the KA Juniors as the Micros go up to make final adjustments before they go back out for their race. We'll go over the lineup when they hit the circuit, but here's a great look into the eyes of the young drivers getting ready to hit a layout they have never raced on before. We've run this layout one other time with KA100 Sr, or a similar variation, I should say, that had a chicane built into it as well. We have not yet raced this layout for any of our shootout races, and we definitely haven't for Micro Swift and KA Juniors. This is going to be new for everybody.
Yeah, going to be new for a whole lot of drivers, right? We talked about drivers that just missed the shootout last year and that are this year getting themselves into the mix here. 10 of them going to go out here in KA Junior. You heard there from Blake Hunt, right? Only 2 sessions. You have the qualifying, warm-up, all mixed in one. And again, you have what we're seeing here now. And again, drivers coming in, right, already debriefing right to it. And again, trying to see what changes are going to make, whether it's, chassis adjustments, whether it's gear adjustments. Again, we'll see, right, what the changes are going to be. And again, we're going to see some more changes as well. And as soon as KA Junior is off the track, the Micro Swifts are getting ready to go back out.
Yeah, so look at that as well. Bringing the laptops down, quick plug of the data to try and see what the differences are from what they just ran to what they think they need to be, and look for any more speed. It's all fast and furious, and with the way the event's lined up, no time to push back to your pit area. Bring your pit down to us on the grid, and it's such a cool event for us to bring to all of you watching live at home and around the world, wherever you may be. To show you all the work that goes into getting these karts and drivers out onto the circuit for the racing action that we've been able to entertain you with for 5 years now. Here, what a great event this is to continue that streak and momentum. And with KA Junior, the momentum now begins to build as they have been released from the grid, and we can show you the full lineup of 13 drivers that make it up. The extra qualification for the promoters picks pushing back a combination of champions in the regular season series for the likes of the SCUSA Pro Tour, the U.S. Pro Kart Series, the Stars Championship Series, any driver that maybe showed the ability to race at the front off of a qualifying effort or heat race performance, but didn't quite have both to get in off merit. And then, of course, how close it was in qualifying and in the heats. I mean, you could go back and put 20 of these kids on the racetrack and take any 5 of them, and they would have a heck of a race. So we've got 13 of them here. And that's where we'll get to see quite a bit of probably competition for the pole, with this layout again being semi-close to what they just raced on today.
Yeah, very well said there, Xander. And again, you can take any of them, right? Anybody can go out there and win. It looks like 14 actually out on track. Edward Kennedy just now populating onto our timing pylon here. So Antonino, Ashton Moon, Edward Kennedy, Tyrone Kemper Jr., Max Christia for J. Howard Driver Development, Nathan Dupuis, Max Weiland, Nico Katowski, Nabert, Pettit, Murphy, Golseth, Palacio, and Santillan, your 14 drivers that are going to take the green flag here in the shootout race for KA Junior. And again, qualifying, so as it stands with, again, well over 3 minutes to go, Palacio finds himself top of the timing charts, and for them it's lap times in the 37-second range. 37.8 was a lap time Palacio was able to set his first time around.
So for Lucas Palacio, quarter tenth up on the field. Nathan Dupuis, a quarter tenth back from Nico Katowski. This will probably be a bit of a shakeup from the names that you saw running at the front earlier, and it may shake up again in the race with who makes the right adjustments and changes to their driving, to their go-kart, in the short 10-minute window, plus or minus, that they'll have in between each session. Again, Micro Swift, those mechanics, stats, teams, they're on the clock right now to try and figure out what's that last little bit that they need to make to get their driver to break away from the field, which on some of the layouts we've run in the past, that's a bit tougher. On this one, eliminating one big straightaway, adding a brake zone, it should add a little more technicality to it and maybe make that a little more possible. But as we're seeing here in Quali, I don't think it'll be the easiest to break away in KA Junior with how good all of these young drivers are. At the most here, we're seeing maybe a half-second breakaway here for Max Weiland, and he's far from the fastest. In fact, he's 3/10 off. It's Tristan Murphy now quickest.
Yeah, Tristan Murphy to the top as Edward Kennedy pulls to the side. Max Weiland there as well. Kennedy just looking to make it through in the corner as they continue to work their way through, but again, just very close. And you see it as well, right? On the exit of the corners, especially that slow speed corner, which is turn number 3, you're out of, well, the new turn number 3, if you will. You're out of the corner, already onto the brakes. Tyrone Kemper Jr. going to dive in to the pits early, and that could be for a load of things, right? Could be adjustments, right? If he wants to make an adjustment on the gear, and you're seeing this already down on the grid, right? Brody Stoffel's kart getting worked on here by Phil Pignantero, already changing that grid, and I would assume adding more teeth.
Yeah, I got to think the same as well, and you can only make such a big swing without really having to take the right rear apart or throw a different chain on, because again, the chain length, right, has to be a certain tension when they tighten it down. So you could go up maybe 1, maybe 2, and if you start going more than that, depending on how far back or forward your motor is mounted to the frame and the chain that you've got set for it, you'll have to throw a different chain on, or again, take more time that you just don't have. It's a matter of seconds at this point in the scramble on the grid, and it's another testament to this event that puts the drivers and mechanics and team owners kind of under pressure, is being able to handle that ticking clock and work fast without, again, getting overwhelmed or getting too anxious. There's a look at the Velocity Racing Group, taking a look at Lennox Lockhart's kart. He qualified on the pole, but not by much, and it doesn't look like it'll be by much here in KA Junior either. We're going to 30 seconds to go. Tristan Murphy's lap still holding. John Antonino leads the pack. Antonino right now is, as they shuffle around, going to be 11th, and he's only 3.5 tenths off.
And again, he's right up with this group, right? He's kind of in there right behind Ashton Woon, who's up in a 5th. So you see how close everything is, and again, you're not really seeing it. And this is where the racing aspect as well, what we're going to see later on today, comes into play, right? You're going to see these drivers that, you know, pace-wise, they could be maybe a little bit off, 1/10, 2/10, but when the racing goes on, when you're racing for $1,000, which is probably the biggest payday in your career, it's going to be elbows out all the way through. As again, checkered flag going to be out, and more drivers doing data here on the sideline. Jack Katowski there with Colin Brown doing some data, but everybody cycles through. Tristan Murphy looks set to start on the pole position here in the KA Junior Shootout. Christia second to Palacio to Weiland to Pettit. That's your top 5 for the shootout later on today in KA Junior, and I should say in a couple of moments, because we're rolling fast here, Xander.
Yeah, that's right, folks. Ashton Woon, as he leads them in, will have to quickly get through the scales and onto the kart stands. Tristan Murphy, Ryan Perry Motorsport by 700ths on the pole here in KA Junior for the shootout. Max Christia by 4,000ths will be on the outside of row 1. Then it'll be Lucas Palacio, Max Weiland, Travis Pettit, and onwards. But only 2/10 for your top 10 and only half a second for the field. We'll be back after a break here with the main events, the Fast 10 shootouts, or Fast 14 for KA Junior and Micro Swift. We'll see you then.
Hey guys, it's Lucas Nogueira here, and today we're going to talk about some cool features that Race Shootout 3 has that people normally don't know about it. And the first thing is how to check the weather between 2 sessions on Race Shootout 3, okay? So here, I got a comparison with Orlando on the Rotax, and if you look on the bottom left, I have the weather showing my ambient temperature, pressure, humidity, and even the wind direction and wind speed. And then I have this from 1 week of the Rotax Winter Trophy, and then the second week was a bit hotter. So we kind of know how the carburation will change when the weather changes. And to be able to get this, all you gotta do is when you are on Race Shootout 3, you come up here and you log in into your account. You gotta create an account on the AIM website and just log in. If you log in and have internet on, it will pull the weather from the previous year of sessions that you have. All right, so we got a second nice feature that a lot of people don't know about, which is the track map coming from Google on the background. So if you just connect your computer to the internet, you can come up here and click on this Google Earth icon, and it will pull the background from the Google Earth into your GPS data. So normally it's very well aligned, and you can see if the driver is hitting the apex, changing his line. But if it's not aligned, you can change which server you are using. So right here we are in Quaker City, it's a brand new track. If I change from Google to Bing, you'll see that I don't even have a track there because it's a brand new track and Bing hasn't updated. So if yours is not aligned, all you gotta do is change to a different server here. I've been using Google so far and it works pretty well.
You know.
Welcome back to Trackhouse Motorplex. And while the grid is beginning to form for the Micro Swifts and the first of our 2 Fast 10 or Fast 14 shootout races with $1,000 up for grabs, the alternate layout that they ran on, let's take you through it. It is a little bit shorter than normal. 7/10 of a mile for the standard course, just over half a mile for this one. 8 turns in total as up the hill to turn 3 becomes a 180-degree corner from earlier today. Big passing zone will be there. Turn 5, a little bit to turn 6, and obviously that last corner, turn number 8. And the biggest straight now becomes the run down to turn number 1. So a bit of an adjustment from the full circuit layout, and it is the 5th different layout in all iterations of the IAME Grand National Championship. There was a very similar one we ran a couple years ago, but it used a bus stop chicane coming out of turn 6 before turn number 7. So 8 turns, just over half a mile. Short track racing on a Friday night under the lights, and we're kicking things off with our youngest superstars of the 6 divisions at the IAME Grand National Championship, the Micro Swifts. And then following them up will be KA Jr. And the KA Jr. just qualified with Tristan Murphy topping the board. And here's a look at John Antonino and the race MPG Motorsports Kart Republic crew. Chase Jones, John Antonino Sr. going straight to work. And just as we've talked about here, Caleb, gear change right off the rip. And they've got a little adjustment to do for him. He was 3/10 off and 12th of the 14. So some of that, a hard read because, again, it's not far off the pace of the best time. You got to assume that lap at the top of the pylon may have been a bit of a draft lap compared to what he was able to put in, but still, you're hunting for more because you know everybody else will be doing the same thing.
Yeah, correct, and it looks like they were just loosening up the motor mount there as well, just looking to push that engine a little bit back as well, changing the gear there to kind of do it all, right? And again, you obviously have to loosen up that motor, move it back, get that front sprocket just closer to the rear. But that being said, we're working our way through here, and again, just final adjustments for the Micro Swifts. Here's Travis Pettit's RPG Cosmic, and again, just more gear changes, right, for everybody all around, just adding more teeth here for this short layout. And that was a great look at what we had. Here's a look at Andrew Boydeshow and the changes. It looks like they're about done with Max Weiland. If not, they're just getting started, I think. And I think, yeah, for the most part, everybody just getting started here. Here's Neighbor's Kart on the 856. So it's cool to see, right? You don't see this very often, right? The changes going on grid. You know, I don't think you might see anything as crazy as maybe a front end change or anything like that. I wouldn't be surprised if we did, if I'm being completely honest. You might see that maybe more in the KA Senior Shootout when they have a little bit more time. But that being said, just gear for all these junior drivers, right? Just trying to get adjusted to it. Here's Xander.
Yeah, because again, like so much of the circuit's the same. You still, the only difference, I guess, really is you've got a much slower and harder braking right-hand corner at turn 3 now, but you're already kind of set to be an even balance left to right because of the load that you have in turn 9 and turn 11. You lose the high-speed bank corner at turn 4, and you're just trying to shoot the right number. One tooth difference could be just enough to be able to break away from the pack or getting eaten up by the fray. Let's go down to Haley here as the engines get ready to fire for Micro Swift. Tristan Murphy, top qualifier in KA Junior. Haley?
I've got our pole sitter here, Tristan. Tristan, tell me about your initial thoughts on this layout.
I was just trying to learn the new corner, adjust to it, and figure out the rest, and just keep getting better at the rest of the track.
Hang on, fellas. Here, Haley, Tristan, we got some movement here
Just
down
to
at the front of the grid. We'll wait on you guys real quick. This is Mason Brody down here, the J. Howard driver development crew, in a scramble as there is problems for the young driver who was hoping to start pretty nicely here in this. A quick tighten of the motor mount. They're going to get him going, and let's see if he can make it out in time if they got to fire the engine back up. And they'll quickly go back to work again. Oh, no, the chains come off again as the motor mount got loose. This is chaos as the field's getting ready to go green here.
Yeah, I'm not sure Mason Brody's going to make it out for this one. And again, it looks like that field's gridded up. But yeah, unfortunate. And again, you have other team members, right, helping out. The Bennick team looks like they're helping, trying to get that fired off there as well for Mason Brody. I'm not sure they're going to have enough time. We'll see if they wave off the starter, if they just get going with this one. But again, we'll keep an eye.
I think we're going to roll.
Yeah.
10 laps on the board. Oh, no, we'll wave it one more lap around. So we'll give them a chance to try and get it out. Again, these races here, these are big give-back events, right? This is about trying to give everybody a chance to have some fun and get after it. So here we go for Micro Swift for the shootout. And Brody is out and away, so he's going to make it. He'll be able to join.
There you go, huge. And then again, apologies again to Haley and to Tristan Murphy, but wow, just chaos, right, before we even get going here in the Micro Swift class for their shootout. And Mason's going to join the back of the field to start 10th here in this one. And up front, we said it earlier, right after their qualifying session, Lennox Lockhart starts alongside Liam Francisco as well. Huge kudos to everybody that helped get Mason Brody out onto the racetrack for that one as well.
So they're going to take it nice and slow here, trying to get all micros together. Here we are, 10 laps, put it on the clock. The Micro Swift shootout. $1,000 up for grabs, the first of our 3 shootout main events on the night. There's race director Blake Hunt telling him to stay nice and slow. Lennox Lockhart on the left, Liam Francisco on the right. We're ready for action. 7 to 10 years old with $1,000 on the line. Green flag. So far, so good up front. Out front for Lennox Lockhart and Dutch Westbrook off the jump here as Mason Brody slots into line. And just like that, you've got to lock in as a young driver, put that chaos and nerves off to the side, and try to stay within reach of your leaders. He's a little ways back right now. Got Caden Cladere and Brody Stoffel behind him. And at the front, it's the Sodi of Lennox Lockhart, the Bennick of Dutch Westbrook. And the rest of the pack will see their exact position as they cross to put 1 down, 9 to go.
Here we go, already some movement. Dutch Westbrook for the lead of the race into turn 1. He gets clear, as well as Francisco going to make the move for third. Lennox not wasting any time, going back on the inside there of Dutch Westbrook into 3. Lockhart leads once again.
Here they go on the run down to the infield hairpin. Lennox will begin to defend a bit early. We know this is going to be a battle-style race. It's a sprint here. It's shorter than the heat race they ran today. And there's a big prize on the line with nothing to lose outside of, again, your race cart for tomorrow. So as they go up the hill, mark it at 6 deep in the main pack and not far back to the second group led by Liam Astalis. Lennox Lockhart leads them again, 2 down.
Working our way through the first corner here. Katowski's looked to make some moves already this lap on Dutch Westbrook, for the third spot. Hasn't been able to get clear. Francisco is a driver to keep an eye on here, right? Going to be in the first spot to close in as Harrell now looking for a move on Hudson Howard. He's able to get through, I believe, and move in that pack further back as well as they were battling for position. But again, the gap to Lennox Lockhart opens up a little bit here, so Lockhart looking really good here in this short layout, just really able to pull away on the exit of the double rights. We'll see if Francisco can close up on this straightaway.
Oh, battle further back there. That was Brody covering off the inside from Caden Gladera to try and keep him pinned away and keep the eyes on the pack in front, but it won't really matter much. There's not much happening up here. They're going to pull away further. Already a 2-second gap, plus or minus. Lockhart a little wide there out of 8. That'll bring them alongside for a moment, but they'll quickly get back lined up again. Jack Katowski, hot off his first national win. Gonna get his first paycheck to go along with it here. With some prize money on the line. He's third there in the 92, with Westbrook back to fourth now. Furthest back he's slid so far. Then Slate Harrell, then Hudson Howard. First lead change of the night. Liam Francisco gets by.
Yeah, Francisco now to the lead, and Lockhart once again, turn 3, goes right back up front, not wasting any time. How about Katowski? Look down low on Francisco, can't get clear, stays in third, and again, Liam just thought about going right back on Lennox Lockhart into turn number 8, and just couldn't make it through, but just very close. Lockhart, you've kind of seen the strategy already, right? He gets past into turn 1, and he's going right back into turn 3, Xander.
And it's so much easier now because you actually have to hit the brakes for the third turn on the racetrack. So we'll see a lot of over-unders, I think, tonight in turn 1 that are much harder to pull off on the standard layout. Let's see what this one turns out to be. Down the inside with help, and going by to second is Jack Katowski. And now Liam left the door open again. He'll fall to fourth and pop over the curbing there. That's usually the inside of turn 6. Now it's the, well, it's pseudo exit curb from turn 3. And here's Jack to the inside in turn 8. He'll take the lead, overshoot it a bit, but he'll have the inside for 9. And Lennox will try to run around the outside, and he will.
Lockhart again not wasting any time to stay up front, to stay in the lead of this race. Here goes the reigning IAME Grand National Champion, Dutch Westbrook. He's through for second. Hudson Howard starting to come into the mix. Brody Stoffel as well closes in to the rear bumper of Liam Francisco. 3 laps to go this time by, Xander.
Up the hill. Once again, not much time left. Dutch Westbrook didn't get rattled as he got pushed back down the order to fourth. Now he's in a great spot to fight for the win in second. And again, Jack Katowski, you've got to reset here. You've got to go back to work. Say, okay, all good. Yes, Slate Harrell now to the inside for third. That'll hurt a bit, but if he can just hang on and not lose any more, he'll be okay. And that's what he's trying to do. Is Hudson Howard had a look there in turn 10. Didn't pull the trigger in 11, and here's Liam Francisco looking to make him pay for 5th. 3 to go.
3 to go this time by, and now, again, we saw Westbrook. He's already looked to go for the lead, made the pass into turn 1 on Lennox Lockhart. And again, Lockhart passed him right back into turn 3, so we'll see what the different approach is this time by for Dutch Westbrook when he does get close enough to try and make that move. Move further back. Francisco going through on Hudson Howard. He's through for 5th. Slate Harrell, Katowski, they were side by side there just on the exit of turn number 8. As they work their way through, it's going to get close. 2 laps to go. $1,000 on the line in Micro Swift.
Dutch Westbrook tried, didn't make it stick there. That broke the momentum up. Lennox Lockhart will get a little gap now. 1 car length, and instantly he goes to cover low as the double sticks come out. But watch for the crossover as he's wide. Dutch goes to the inside, not quite. But the thing about these shootout races is there's no room for hesitation. If there's a single glimpse of an opportunity, you have to take it. Hudson Howard hesitated, cut Katowski a break, and ultimately he waited too long. Liam Francisco didn't want to wait anymore, and he passed him, and now they're both back. And now Slate Harrell, at every moment, he's picked him apart. He's now gotten his way to second, but he's got a big gap to try and run up to Lennox, and he needs the faith from Dutch Westbrook to do it. So let's see, does he get it? The gap at the line is huge. Big run down on the inside. Slate's blocking for second. There's only the payout for the win. Dutch was trying to tell him to focus forward, but I think now, covering low, they're going to fight for second.
They're going to fight for second. This is huge for Lennox Lockhart to come this weekend and try to become a Micro Swift Shootout winner. here this weekend. Westbrook defends for second, side by side with Slade Harrell, but Lennox Lockhart is absolutely gone from the rest of the field.
He won his first career national championship a couple of weeks ago. He'll lead them out of 9 as they fight behind for P2. Lennox Lockhart is going to score a $1,000 payday. First career paycheck. He wins the Micro Swift Shootout.
There you go, and the Velocity team absolutely fired up for Lennox Lockhart. A shootout winner, $1,000 into the pocket, and again, the biggest payday of his young career. Lennox Lockhart, your shootout winner.
How about it? Slade Harrell second, Dutch Westbrook third, Liam Francisco fourth, Hudson Howard top 5, Brody Stoffel. We didn't get to see much of him. He was trapped kind of further back trying to close in on that main group. He got there at the end, even pipped Jack Katowski for P6. Then Katowski, Liam Astalis, Caden Cladera, and then Mason Brody. Happy to get to see young Mason be able to get out there and at least make the full distance. All 10 drivers able to finish. I don't know if we'll get to say that for the sessions coming up here. KA Jr. will up the order to 14. KA Sr. will up it even more. We'll talk on that in a moment. But for now, let's give the moment to the kid of the moment, Lennox Lockhart, Micro Swift Shootout winner.
Driver. Good job. Hey, there you go. All right. Show that to the camera.
You did it! 1 minute.
Second. Start one.
You did it! $1,000.
Excuse me. Watch out, guys.
Oh my God!
Lennox.
Guys, hold on. Get off my foot. Sit.
Lennox, you are $1,000 richer tonight. What do you want to do with this money?
Probably spend it on racing. I always want to do racing more and just spend it on that.
This was your first ever time running the shootout. It's your first big win like this. What does this mean to you?
This means a lot. The team's very. My coach Alex did a good job. Did a very good job for me coaching, and I have to say thanks to the team.
Thank you, Lennox, and congratulations.
One class down, one more to go here for the shootout events. KA100 Jr. getting ready to roll as the outlap comes to a close. And let's take it through the quick lineup once again here. Tristan Murphy, Lucas Palacio, your front row, Max Christia, Travis Pettit on row 2, Max Weiland, Nico Katowski, Oliver Nybert, Nathan Golseth, Ashton Woon, Nathan Dupuis, Kemper Jr., Antonino, Santian, Edward Kennedy. Let's go racing again for $1,000 K Jr. style.
Working their way out of turn number 3 now, and already this early, Tristan Murphy losing the lead. Max Christia going to stack them all up to the bottom of the racetrack. Palacio sits third, to Pettit, to Golseth, to Ashton Woon. Everybody looking for a little bit of track position. It's going to be hard to find it here, Xander.
Side by side through 9. We'll get the leaderboard on the left side of your screen for you to see where they've all shook out from the end of this opening lap, because it's a mad swarm here. Big turnaround, spun, final turn, contact. Jack Katowski, Oliver Nybert, and out of the running they go. 12 remain here in the KA Jr Shootout. 9 laps to go.
That is huge. What a massive turnaround it was for a couple of drivers who showed good pace earlier on today. We look back on, Christia still leads from Palacio to Murphy. Pettit to the bottom of the racetrack. Look at Murphy around the outside looking to go for the lead. Can't get clear. He'll stay side by side with Palacio.
Side by side through 9. Back to 4th for Lucas. And it's Max Christia taking the reins for the Kart Republic contingent here. And then a pair of OTKs lined up behind him. Tristan Murphy, Ryan Perry Motorsport. Let's take a look at the replay here. Oliver Nyberg just in a bit too deep trying to drag race John Antonino. And it sadly takes out Nico Kotowski, innocent victim there, or innocent bystander, just running his line and trying to hang on. He gets spun around. Meanwhile, look at Nathan Golseth, shuffle to the wayside in 7. And look at Travis Pettit trying the high side in turn 8. Not quite there. Christia hangs on for now. This fight is still far from over. And the juniors, I guarantee, watch the way that micro slip race ended. They do not want to be trapped too far back because they don't trust each other. There's nothing to lose, all to gain. And you don't want to be the one in 3rd with a driver in front of you blocking for 2nd. You want to be in 2nd or in the lead. And Christia is already starting to defend that top spot here at the end of lap 3.
Max Christia just looking to hold on, is now around the outside. Antonino looking to go on Max Weiland. He's going to have to hop over the curb. Everybody else working their way through. Christia to the bottom once again. First driver to go high is Antonino. Weiland goes even lower than Tristan Murphy. Going to send him real wide, and Antonino over-unders the both of them up to 4th for John Antonino. Golseth stuck on the outside further back. Christia still your leader from Travis Pettit.
Antonino and Weiland worked together really good in their opening heat race. For now, that was just enough for one corner as they were able to open their hands in 11. And now look at Buddy to the high side. He'll get around Palacio there for 3rd. He'll try and set it up again there in 3 as Lucas covers off from Weiland. And now John Antonino goes to work on Travis Pettit, who still is trapped behind Christia, trying to get creative. And here's a creative move to the outside, an 8 into the runoff, little bounce to the dirt. I think it'll pay off with 2nd through 9. Still hanging tough there is Trav, but he'll have to tuck in. P3 for Travis Pettit. P2 now for John Antonino.
Antonino's just really been chipping away at it here in this race. Moves further back. Murphy's all the way at the back of the pack, it looks like. Just got shuffled down, and we're going side by side up for the lead. Antonino looking to over under Christia again. Can't get clear that time by.
Oh, look at this. The entire field. Nico Kotowski spun around. Oliver Nyberg spun around. They're only 3 seconds away with how slow the pace has gone now. And look at Antonino! Almost, maybe, yes! New leader with an around the outside move. John Antonino Jr. And side by side for 2nd should give him a little bit of a gap. Christia, Weiland, door to door, former teammates, and they'll find a way down as Travis Pettit gets all kinds of jacked up there in 11.
Yeah, he just went over the curb, got really out of shape. Golseth able to go through. Look at Christia on the inside of turn number 1. 3 wide almost. Max Weiland through for 2nd.
Holy cow, threading the needle. Max Weiland. Now he goes back to work, and it's the Maxes dueling it out up front. Christia low. Weiland can't get by there. Antonino gets a little extra love from Nathan Golseth in turn 8. And look at Nathan Dupuis. He moves to P3. Tristan Murphy back up into 6. It's anyone's race right now, but Max Christia is hanging on for dear life for the lead. He's led the most, but he might have just hurt himself there. A big crossover run will be a big run of momentum for Max Weiland. He's setting up for it. Here we go, out of 2, he's got the nose. Contact into the grass. Still more through 3.
Elbows out racing up front, and again, you got to get creative whenever Christia goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Weiland's doing just that. We saw with Antonino as well earlier on today. Golseth looking on the high side, looking for 2nd. Maybe Dupuis might get him. They're side by side as we go to turn number 9.
Nathan Golseth now even almost able to peek a nose at Weiland there for 2nd. And so it's Nathan Dupuis trying to cover for 4th. Hang on over Murphy. He's all out of shape. And Weiland gets tripped up. Golseth with a run. 2 to go. Max Christia, can you keep holding the field back? As now they're all grouped up again. 14 of them in a line into 3. Golseth with a bumper, a move, a hip check. New leader, Nate Golseth through 6.
And they're battling for 2nd here. Look at Nathan Dupuis looking to go for 3rd. Weiland on the outside. More drivers off the track further back. Weiland goes a little too wide, contact with Nathan Dupuis. Palacio looking to stick a nose down low.
Oh, but Golseth overshot it. Here comes Christia to feed him a wheel at the exit. Now, back to the lead for Max Christia. Weiland back to P2. Golseth back to 30. Almost had it.
White flag in the air, 1 to go. How bad do you want it, boys? All the way to the grass for Max Christian Weiland. Another crossover look, almost, not quite.
Christie has been so good about making that Jay Howard Kart Republic as wide as possible. Moves further back. Antonino on Palacio. He gets through. Christie to the bottom of the racetrack. Look at Golseth around the outside on both of them. He goes through for the lead of the race.
New leader by 3 car lengths. Nathan Golseth has not led for more than 2 turns. Weiland is wide. Big gap out back to 3rd. Nathan Golseth with the move of the night will win the $1,000 payday and the KA Jr Shootout.
What a drive, what a move around the outside for Nathan Golseth. And that is his first time standing on the top step of the podium on a national weekend. And again, you talk about all the bad luck this kid has had. What a drive, what a move as well to get it done. Nathan Golseth, take a bow.
Oh man, he played that one to perfection. And to do it in the way he did as well, to read the gap behind, the gap out front, and pick them all apart perfectly. Cut through the main pack of 4 with a knife, and he threads the needle to score the win. Let's get ready to go down to the scale line here. Max Weiland, John Antonino, your top 3, Christie a 4th, Palacio rounds the top 5. What a way to close out the undercard. That's a high bar set for the KA seniors. Let's hear from your KA juniors.
Nathan Golseth here, $1,000 richer. And Nathan, to my understanding, this is the first time that you're standing on the top step of a national race. Tell us how this feels for you.
It feels amazing. Going into 2 to go, I took the lead. I didn't know if I would. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling. It's my first, win. Of course, I win a main event, but it's so great. I get some money, and from what I understand, my mechanics are going to the casino.
How does this make you feel going into the rest of the weekend?
Makes me feel very confident. The first heat didn't go our way, but yeah, no, it's just trouble on the start. Got sent to like 17th, still one of the fastest go-karts on track, and came back to 10th. I'm in an okay spot. I didn't know if I was gonna make it today, but yeah, I did, and I'm happy about it.
Lastly, give me one word to describe this race for you.
Unforgettable.
Thank you, Nathan, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Hell of a move, man. Hell of a race. There you go, man. We'll get you at the end of the weekend, okay? All right. Good job.
Oh my gosh.
Jump over there.
Jump over there. 1,000.
They say you always remember your first. Nathan Golseth's definitely going to remember this night.
What happened eventually?
Nathan Golseth, no better, no crazier way to pull off the first win here. First paycheck as a racing driver, Nathan Golseth. What a way to get it done. He's going to get to celebrate and get a hopefully good seat to watch the KA seniors get after it. We're going to take a quick break from the action, folks. We return. It's the Apex Apparel KA100 Shootout. 4 sessions, warm-up, invert, and regular pill pick heats. And then the main event for $4,000. We'll get to it all. For now, we'll take a quick break here.
He's wet. He got water. You know, I'm really starting to like this go-karting thing.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, can I show you this cute dress I just got?
Yes, of course. Oh my goodness, it's so cute.
I just love shopping.
I love shopping too.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, did you guys say you like shopping?
Of course.
Well, dude, I have the perfect place to do that at. ShopPayKara.com. At ShopPayKara.com, you can get free shipping on orders $200 or more. You can get anything you want, like MXC rims, gloves, rib vests, shoes, anything that you need, all at ShopPayKara.com.
Who is he talking to?
No idea.
But we're gonna have to check it out. Sounds like a great deal.
Sure does.
Riley, can you say something real quick? My ears are going.
Cat food marketing. $9.99 a month.
Dude, Caleb, wake up. Dude, we're live in 5 minutes. Let's go, come on. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so sorry. Xander had me in a cat food marketing meeting till like 2 a.m. last night.
Come on, man.
Do you have anything I can drink?
Dude, I got the perfect thing for you. Perico, it's a healthy energy drink alternative.
Perico, non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher, magnesium, B12, B6,
yeah, it's good.
B5, biotin, and 0 sugar? Pericazo! Try Perico, made with natural ingredients, organic caffeine, and supports your metabolism. Try the new official energy drink of Kart Chaser.
This is Henry. Henry feels sad. Henry feels sad because it's time for his next big race and his go-kart is in bits. Henry doesn't know that Acceleration Kart Racing is the United States' #1 shop for all of your karting equipment needs. Henry also doesn't know that Acceleration Kart Racing can deliver anything from tires to race suits and even wheels directly to your front door or to the racetrack itself quickly and efficiently, with tech support available 6 days a week. Poor Henry doesn't even know that Acceleration Kart Racing offers free shipping to mainland USA on selected product if you spend $200 or more. Do yourself a favor. Go to accelerationkarting.com and make sure that you are never left stuck on the pre-grid with Henry. Be smart and don't be like Henry. Paulie Massimino wins the Wisconsin Grand Prix. James Overbeck on start number 2 gets win #1 in OKN Stars.
On track or off, Brandon Jarskrek Racing delivers elite performance. Led by 4-time Pro National Champion Brandon Jarskrek, our team masters driver coaching, data-driven analysis, and mechanical precision at every national event. Contact us today at BrandonJarskrekRacing.com.
Florida Kart Racers, you asked for it and we're going to bring it. Introducing Florida Karting Championship, FLKC, a brand new racing series coming to Florida in 2026.
Hey, what's up, Caleb?
What's up, Brandon?
You sound defeated. A long day at the office?
Yeah, got stuck at a cat food marketing meeting for like 3 hours. I don't know a thing about cat food, and I don't even work in marketing. And then I got sent on a coffee run like I was some sort of intern. Then at the end of the day, when I want to go get gas, I just realized everything is so darn expensive nowadays, man.
Yeah, you got that right.
Like, do you have any idea how much we're spending on Netflix?
That's like 20 bucks a month.
Do you know how much we're spending on cable?
That's like 50 bucks a month.
But you know what isn't expensive?
Tell me.
Kart Chaser Premium. For only $9.99 a month, you can watch all the American karting action live from coast to coast. Subscribe and become a member today.
Paulie Massimino wins in KA. Paulie Massimino is a winner in OKN Stars.
Take your driving to the next level with one-on-one coaching from 2024 OKN Stars champion Paulie Massimino. Kart rental options are available if you'd like to keep yours at home, and drivers in all classes are welcome, from Briggs 206 to Mini to KA100 and X30. With in-depth data analysis, onboard video footage review, and lead follow on-track sessions, each private coaching session will see you end as a more complete driver than when you started. Book your coaching session now.
Florida Kart Racers, you asked for it and we're going to bring it. Introducing Florida Karting Championship, FLKC, a brand new racing series coming to Florida in 2026.
Hi, I'm Jackson with Alpha Race Hub. Alpha is an all-in-one motorsports software solution that can solve all the software problems you need for your track, facility, or series. Alpha can cover all your software bases, from online registration, digital e-waivers, a proprietary timing and scoring software, incident management, automated points tabulation, tire and barcode scanning. We even have our own mobile timing app and rental kart activity management software. If you're looking to consolidate your motorsports software solutions, reach out to us at alphatiming.co.uk.
Champions aren't just born on the kart track. At SimShop, we deliver professional-grade simulators with the best performance-to-price ratio in the industry. Founded by racers who understand what you need, our SimMagic and Moza equipment is powerful enough for the pros, yet affordable for everyone. With unmatched customer support and a thriving community, we're your racing partner. Visit simshop.com today.
Are you ready to get behind the wheel? From Formula One to NASCAR and IndyCar, all the pros start here. For more information, check us out online at mcckarting.com or call us and go racing today.
Are you stuck with your kart racing? Not sure the ideal kart setup? Or going to a track for the first time? Well, Kart Class has the answers for you. Our online portal has a wealth of experience and knowledge to help your kart racing. From kart setup advice to track guides that are targeted specifically to your circuit, or the driver coaching aspect with mindset, racecraft and driving techniques. If you want to take your karting to the next level, visit us at kartclass.com.
Are you looking to take the next step in your racing journey? Well, look no further than PitFit.
With 2 locations in Charlotte, North Carolina and Indianapolis, Indiana, PitFit trains drivers all the way from grassroots level karting to IndyCar and NASCAR with top-of-the-line personalized coaching to improve physical and cognitive fitness.
For more information on programs, check out PitFit on Instagram or Facebook today.
what are you doing?
It's got my new Greyhound seat.
You don't even have a cart.
Doesn't matter. I have a Greyhound.
Who the f is Kyle Cuthbertson? Doesn't even have a go-kart.
Doesn't matter.
Cuthbertson through on Turney. Turney in the dirt.
Cat food marketing. $9.99 a month.
Dude, Caleb, wake up. Dude, we're live in 5 minutes. Let's go. Come on. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so sorry. Xander had me in a cat food marketing meeting till like 2 a.m. last night.
Come on, man.
Do you have anything I can drink?
Dude, I got the perfect thing for you. Perico. It's a healthy energy drink alternative.
Perico, non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher, magnesium, B12, B6,
Yeah, it's good.
B5, biotin, and zero sugar? Pericazo! Try Perico, made with natural ingredients, organic caffeine, and supports your metabolism. Try the new official energy drink of Kart Chaser. Welcome back here. We're down on grid getting ready for the KA100 Sr Shootout. But looking back to KA Jr standing by with team owner Ryan Perry. Ryan, talk about Nathan's progression, right? You've done a lot of work with him here in North Carolina at this very track, seen his progression throughout the years. How does it feel for you, right, as a team owner, seeing that shootout victory go your way?
It was really exciting. Nate's been really close, a lot of races, just keeps having a lot of bad luck, and finally came together. But I mean, you definitely got to thank, Trevor McAllister he's kind of the one that really got this whole boat going, got him developed and got him really fast, and we're just kind of able to capitalize on it and get him into the position where it just comes down to confidence.
Yeah, now looking forward, right, you've been a part of this shootout for many times. Aiden Levy with you here this weekend, and I believe he's your only driver in the shootout. How are you guys working? I know everybody's kind of flocked out here, right, getting ready for you guys, putting out of the Ives 10 as well here this weekend.
Yeah, no, I think Aiden, you can never count Aiden out. He's always going to have a shot. We had some bad luck earlier, and we kind of got the short end of the stick with came in a little light. I think he should have reweighed, but he ended up not reweighing, and then he was in the slow group in Quali, and he got in a wreck. But I think it was nice that he got into the shootout. I really think he'll be a factor for sure.
There you go. Best luck to you, Ryan.
Thank you.
We'll talk here as well to Shaston. Again, we talked a little bit last year. We're talking this year, right? And I look back to DKC when you guys got that first regional race win at TSRS last year. First time standing on top of the national step on the national podium, right? You've been with this kid, driving the RV for him all around. How does it feel for you, Shaston?
It's good to finally see all the hard work pay off, and it's been a long time coming, and the progression's been steady, and the emotions are high right now. To finally see him get it done it's a relief. U-turn.
I was letting you finish there, but again, I know you're down here on grid, but is that the best moment you guys think you guys have had together? Does that beat DKC, a year ago?
I don't know, man. DKC was it was a big one. I don't think anything is going to top the first win, but it's nice to get one on the national scene with them finally, and the job's not done. He's got a lot of work to do this weekend.
There you go. Enjoy it, Shaston.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah, for sure. Enjoy it. There you guys had from Shaston Johnson. And again, as well, he's been working with Austin Osborne. The two of them have been on the spanners for Nathan Golseth here this weekend. Huge to see it pay off for them as well. Great to hear from Ryan Perry as well, Haley. But we're getting close to the start here, right, of the shootouts. And again, a couple of notables here. Drivers do get a set of tires. And again, it's a pill pick. So you come into this and you pick a number out of a hat, right, to where you're kind of gonna start the races. So we'll see how it goes. And again, drivers already opting. I heard from Austin Garrison and overheard him, right, talking to Alex Speed that, again, his pill pick is starting at the back of the grid in heat race number 1. So they're not even going to go out for the practice or warm-up session. They're going to go out on a fresh set of tires for which is the first of the heat races, if you will, of the shootout, and he's going to do his changes after that. And again, everybody spoke to Brandon Jarskrak earlier as well. They've already made changes before coming into this, right? Already going up on teeth, and again, they're just going to fine-tune that a little bit where they can start to work on whether it's, either more gearing or maybe more front end or rear. It's a whole lot of it, but again, you're a part of it here this year, and you see it now from being a fan to now being a part of this as well. It's very different, right? You start to feel the emotion a little more out of everybody, and it's really cool to see for sure.
I would definitely say that since I've started here with Kart Chaser, you really you involve yourself with these drivers. You get to know them. You get to see them as people. And whenever something happens like that with Nathan Golseth, and you see that look on his face whenever you ask him for one word, and he's like, I've got nothing. This is like
unforgettable was the word
feeling.
you used there, right? Unforgettable. In this shootout, like in this weekend, is unforgettable for a lot of teams, for a lot of families. Again, Lennox Lockhart, he was able to get his first payday of his career, $1,000. That's huge, right? And this is all payback and a huge testament to the work that Eric Jones and everybody at IAME East has done to put this event on. But like you said, unforgettable for a lot of drivers, unforgettable for us. This is one of our favorite events that we put on year in, year out. So it's cool, and we got a lot more money online, $4,000 by Apex Apparel, and we had some promoters picks as well. We'll talk to them as they go out. First couple of sessions going out here. I believe we're hot at 7:30, so we have 5 minutes. We'll take another commercial break from our side, and we'll let you guys get ready for it. We'll be right back with more.
Hey guys, it's Lucas Nogueira here, and today we're going to talk about some cool features that Race Shootout 3 has that people normally don't know about it. And the first thing is how to check the weather between two sessions on Race Shootout 3, okay? So here, I got a comparison with Orlando on the Rotax, and if you look on the bottom left, I have the weather showing my ambient temperature, pressure, humidity, and even the wind direction and wind speed. And then I have this from 1 week of the Rotax Winter Trophy, and then the second week was a bit hotter. So we kind of know how the carburation will change when the weather changes. And to be able to get this, all you gotta do it's when you are on Race Studio 3, you come up here and you're logging into your account. You gotta create an account on the AIM website and just log in. If you log in and have internet on, it will pull the weather from the previous year of sessions that you have. All right, so we got a second nice feature that a lot of people don't know about, which is the track map coming from Google on the background. So if you just connect your computer to the internet, you can come up here and click on this Google Earth icon, and it will pull the background from the Google Earth into your GPS data. So normally it's very well aligned, and you can see if the driver is hitting the apex, changing his line. But if it's not aligned, you can change which server you are using. So right here we are in Quaker City, it's a brand new track. If I change from Google to Bing, you'll see that I don't even have a track there because it's a brand new track and Bing hasn't updated. So if yours is not aligned, all you gotta do is change to a different server here. I've been using Google so far and it works pretty well.
You know, I'm really starting to like this go-karting thing.
Yeah, me too. Oh my gosh, can I show you this cute dress I just got?
Yes, of course. Oh my goodness, it's so cute.
I just love shopping.
I love shopping too.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you guys say you like shopping?
Of course.
Well, dude, I have the perfect place to do that at. ShopPayKara.com. At ShopPayKara.com, you can get free shipping on orders $200 or more. You can get anything you want, like MXC rims, gloves, rib vests, shoes, anything that you need, all at ShopPayKara.com.
Who is he talking to?
No idea.
But we're gonna have to check it out. Sounds like a great deal.
Sure does.
As you can see, the countdown to green is down to just a minute away. And for those of you just joining us now, let's take you through the track layout that these KA100 senior drivers are getting ready to head out on here. Just 1 minute until the karts will hit the surface. Drivers are already suited up, and it's a little bit shorter than what they were on earlier today. Up the hill from turns 1 and 2, that's the same. Turn 3 turns into a 180-degree corner that already has produced some incredible racing action here tonight. And for the rest of the layout here, presented by Kart Class, you have that major brake zone, normally turn number 8, now turn number 5 on this short half-mile circuit. This bull ring then takes them to turn 6, over through the kink at turn 7, and that last corner that's seen already plenty of moves at turn number 8. The biggest difference here is Kyle Cuthbertson joins me in the booth. Kyle, that we saw was the ability to cross drivers over out of turn number 1, and how dirty the track is on the inside from 2 all day now becomes where you have to go to defend your line into turn number 3.
Yeah, it really reminded me of some short track action in Martinsville. You know, it was, I think we're going to see the same bit of action here in senior. It was just, yeah, lots of opportunities for over-unders, and I think it's going to be a fantastic show here tonight.
Well, so as the karts hit the circuit right now, this one is a bit different than what we just witnessed in the classes previously. They had to have their practice session, their first laps on the layout, count as qualifying. That won't be the case here. This is just about warming up everything, getting used to the circuit, getting used to your go-kart here as we now race into sunset hour and eventually under the lights at Trackhouse Motorplex. And the KA100 senior drivers, the shootout lineup that we have tonight is in total 16 deep. 10 of them transfer their way off of pure merit. Those were the top 10 drivers after Heat 1 and qualifying were combined at a 50% weight each way. Beyond that, then there was the promoters' picks that's been expanded to include 5 drivers in total, a mix of previous champions across the regular season, from the SCUSA Pro Tour to the US Pro Kart Series and the Stars Series. And the other stipulation here, because this session is strictly a practice session, you can hold and wait, and that's what we're seeing with Paulie Massimino here on the fence line. He's in the shootout lineup. He's the 17th man, I should say, not 16, but 17 in total, 6 promoters picks, and the fan vote winner, Joseph Hewitt. But with sticker MG Reds, you may want to hold on to those, because that first session is going to be a big advantage. And for Paulie,
explain this a little bit. So
yeah.
It's open tire, so, but you can can you change sets throughout the night, or is it just you're stuck with the one set?
So you have the one set. It's just whenever you want to deploy it. And in fact, Paulie's not the only one sitting on the sidelines here. Let's go down to Caleb.
Yeah, Xander, I'm standing by here with Austin Garrison. Talk about your thought process, right? Not going out for the practice/qualifying session. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so since you pill draw instead of other classes where you have to go out for the warm-up/qualifying session to go put you in a spot, I'm starting almost last in mine. The only difference is that going into corner 3 or whatever is the only corner that's different. Everything else is the exact same, so I'm not really going to go out there and learn anything besides where to stack some gear on, which we did based on, yesterday I rode on the short track, we were on X gear, and then we changed the gear from then. I got 2 teammates that are out there now that are on a little bit different gear than I am, and then if they say, hey, it's either too low or too high, then we'll adjust from there. But they're starting last. We're all going to be blocking the first, 10 laps out of the 10 laps. So, I think where I'm at now, saving tires might help me in the long run. We'll see.
And again, first time you've had 3 other teammates with you in the shootout layout as well. How was that for you, right? Having Lemke to work off of Hewitt, as well as, I believe, Frankie Mossman with you as well this weekend.
Yeah, I think in a shootout like this, there is no teammates. So you're kind of out there just gunning it for yourself to win money. So if I have a teammate behind me or in front of me, I'm going to race them just as hard as everybody else. There's no, saving ourselves and trying to go out there and draft and pull away. We're all going to be gunning for blood.
Thank you, Austin.
Thank you.
The one point, though, again, with Caleb, right, bringing up, and we'll get back to the tire conversation, but I think that brings up another point, too. Teammates here in the normal day, when you have plenty of time to work on the go-kart, can be great to compare data, video, try different setup changes, and that will still happen here tonight. But at the same point, a team's resources in terms of manpower are spread much thinner when you start to add more and more drivers. And while Speed Concepts Racing does have a decent-sized tent across all classes, so to put enough bodies for 4 entries is fine, but if they would have had 6 or 8, they might have been a bit tight and not been able to focus as much on each of the drivers as they would have liked to.
Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye out tonight. I mean, we've seen this in recent years. This is the 5th running that we've done this. So I think the first couple years witnessing this, the teams were kind of scratching their heads on how to do it, but I think they've pretty much gotten it down at this point to where it's pretty seamless.
Yeah, no doubt. This is now a regular tradition here each year, and as a few drivers are going to bail to the warm-up or bail from the warm-up early to buy themselves a bit more time potentially to debrief and get ready to work on the go-karts. Caleb, we'll send it back down to you once again.
Yeah, thank you there, Xander. And again, this is where the movement starts, right? Drivers are already coming in. You see Aiden Levy already debriefing with mechanics, data analysts, if you will, already making changes. Aiden, I'll talk to you, right? Local to North Carolina. What'd you think about the layout, right? First time driving it, if you will, kit kart layout for you guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. You're just taking the cutoff, and it's the same track. So I think the racing's going to be very close, and it's going to be very hard to get away if that's even possible. So just got to hang on here and go from there. I've got a really good team behind me, and we'll see what we can do.
Good luck, Aiden.
Thank you.
There you guys have it from Aiden Levy, and again, he's going to get straight to work, right? And we'll keep an eye. They aren't allowed to work on their karts yet. They have to wait until everybody comes in, everybody gets gridded up, and then an IAME East official is going to give them an official time. They have 10 minutes to work on it, and they're only allowed to touch their karts when that time does go up. But everybody already coming in, and again, we'll take a look at a couple more, right? You have ADT. They're already looking at tire pressures, what the tire pressures are doing, talking to mechanics, talking to engine builders, what they're looking to do here as well. Everybody just debriefing every little bit of information that they can. We'll catch up with some of the SOTI guys here as well as they continue to debrief. You see ZCD debriefing with engine builder Franco Crivelli. What'd you notice? What are you looking to change here? I know you guys can't work on it just yet, but what'd you get out of that first session?
Short session. Obviously, everyone has the same idea, I think, with saving the tires. So you want to feel what you can with your gear and everything as fast as you can so you can make a decision while saving the tires. Everything felt really good for me, but it's hard to know until you get with that group. So, but judging off the junior races and the previous shootouts, it's going to be a mess, and I live for a shootout, so I'm excited.
Going to be a dogfight, right? And again, you've been a part of the Indy 500. You've been a part of multiple races in your career. How does this stack up, right? It's your first IAME Grand Nationals, I believe, in a shootout format. How is that for you, Zach?
Exciting. I'm nervous. I like money. I want to win some money. So there's always a bit of nerves, but you got to go out there as a driver, do your job, think about the race. Because if you start thinking about all those other things, then it's not going to come. So we're going to go out there, try to win, and make a show.
And I'm sure feeling really confident after the momentum you gained 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, obviously after that week, it's just kind of steamrolled into this week. The kart's been amazing. The Crivelli motors have been amazing. I can't thank my mechanics, John and Rasmus, enough, and all of Velocity. It's been a great week so far.
Best of luck, Zach. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. And I'm actually curious to hear from one of our own guys, or one of our ex-owned guys, Alex, who's actually debriefing with team manager Ruben right now. So we'll let them get through it. I'd be interested to talk to Caden McQueen here as well as they're getting through, but signals are coming up. You see Blake Hunt here. I think somebody might have wanted to get to work a little too early, and they have to wait. We'll get official time when it does come down to it. We'll catch up with more drivers here. Caden, if you don't mind, I'd like to borrow you for a second. First time you've ever been a part of anything like this. You know, you've been Kart Masters, the O-Plate over in the UK. How does this stack up? How is the IAME Grands? How are the nerves right now for you, Caden?
Honestly, I have no idea what's going on. I'm just getting in it and driving around.
That's almost better sometimes, right? So you can just focus on driving more than anything.
Yeah, obviously there's a cash prize, so that plays a big part in it all. Getting it, do the best job you can. These boys know what's going on, so I'll leave it to them.
There you go. And I'm interested to hear from our very own Alex here, if you don't mind. Alex, if I can worry you for a second, you were with us. You were doing my job last year, right? You were with me, and now you're on the other side. I feel like you might have liked being on this side more than you are now, with nerves and everything kind of flaring on this other side of it.
I got to say already, the hard part is I can't really hear you very well. I don't know how the drivers did it, but no, it's been cool. I mean, obviously the Velocity team's brought me in for the rest of the year. I missed you guys, right? But it's been fun. Obviously on this side, I'm with the kids this weekend, so just kind of I get to be a fan right now and watch the KA seniors, giving my input on what we do with Lennox and seeing what can translate, what doesn't. Obviously, having done this race or having been a part of it in some aspects, talking to the KA seniors from last year, I kind of have an idea of what we need to do heading into, kind of the setup changes now. We get 10 minutes to work on the go-kart, and obviously with the pill draw, it's a little bit different. So we drew some pretty good numbers. We're going to start pretty good. So we'll have to wait and see how we do in the heats.
Good luck, Alex. Thank you for talking
bud.
with me.
Yeah, thank you.
There you guys out from our very own Alex Searle, if you will. We'll catch up with some more drivers here as well. I see Blake Nash debriefing here with, again, team Greg Bell. He's talking with Greg Bell. Blake, bar you here for a second, if you don't mind. What do you think about the layout? What changes? I obviously see gears already coming off. What are you thinking? How are you feeling?
Yeah, watching the racing, I went up pretty big on the sprocket, and we're going to go a little bit further down, more in the middle, and just adjust the tire pressure. But I think the racing on this track is going to be pretty gnarly.
And as well, weather is a big factor, right? It's a lot different than what we saw. The biggest test was yesterday. How's the weather kind of played a fact with the tire pressures?
Yeah, definitely the track's a lot different today than it was yesterday. And, we had to adjust to that a bit. I think the track got greasy today compared to yesterday. So, yeah, just adjusting that, and hopefully, it'll wake the car up a little bit more.
Thank you, Blake. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, there you guys have from Blake. And again, the cool part about this, right, we can listen in to the teams. We can listen in to the conversations. So we'll listen into that now.
One quick look at the results here. This was from the warm-up. So Kyle, to kind of bookend really quickly there on the tires. So they're allotted one fresh set of MG tires every entry. They can use it whenever they want. So that warm-up session is, again, somewhat optional, right? You go out, you learn the track more, you maybe get more intel, but you burn your stuff up. And for Paulie, he waited, let everyone else clean the track off, went out, went third. Did all of 3 laps, I believe. Connor Ferris did 4. Nobody did more than 5. That was Oliver Piatek and Brandon Lemke. Everybody kind of either pulled in or stayed out. I take it back. Joseph Hewitt ran the full session. He ended 12th. But that's the stipulation. You can't bring another set of scuffs in for the warm-up. You have to run the tires you're allotted. You can use them whenever you want. And we've seen guys even in the past fully skip the warm-up altogether just to get that fresh primary heat cycle be your heat race.
Well, that's what I believe Austin Garrison did. And, our good friend Emery Lida, gave us a little reminder that Paulie Massimino has probably 500 laps around this track. So there really was no need to really do too much. I mean, it is a different layout, right? But how much track time do you really need on this different layout? It's just a cut-through, like Levy said.
Exactly. So we'll have the grids for you when we get closer to it. We'll have the time countdown timer on screen as the teams now are allowed to work. So again, like Caleb said, they were able to kind of debrief early if you pulled in early and start talking. They couldn't get to the go-karts until now. Let's get back down to it as the SCR boys are hard at work getting ready to make some final adjustments.
All right, Jared, we'll talk a little bit here. What a day you've had from start to finish, right? You were in the wall a little bit earlier, but you got in off the promoter's pick. Tell me about it, right? Let's move away from the PA a little bit, work our way this way. How does it feel being in the show right now with a second chance, if you will?
It feels great. I almost got it last year, but I didn't get enough of it, so I was really happy to get in this year. I was really hoping that one of the promoters would get me, and they did. So thanks, Brooke Knockman, and I'm just happy to be here.
And again, it's almost like a nothing to lose mentality for you, right? How are your pill picks? Tell me about them. Where'd you draw?
6, but I think that's a really good pick. But I actually didn't pick it. It was my dad, so shout out to him too.
There you go. That should be a lucky charm for you, huh?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Good luck, Jared. Enjoy it. There you guys have it from Jared Clark. And again, movement continuing. Brandon, I'll talk to you here a little bit, right? You've been a part of this shootout. You were a part of the first edition. You're back here. 4 drivers, 3. I don't know if my math. 4 drivers. Yes, sorry. My math not so good right now. Tell me about it, right? Your third one, second one as a team owner.
Yeah, second or third as a team owner. Did the first one. Is the most fun race I think we've had by far. Definitely puts on the most entertainment of the night. I think it's really cool because you see like the team guys come out from the tent and help everyone get ready and make the changes we have to and stuff like that. So yeah, having 4 guys is a little stressful because it's a lot of work to get everyone ready, but 4 more chances to win. So.
There you go. And again, what have you told your drivers, right? James, I saw Paulie talking. What's the message you guys have conveyed to them? I saw Smiles as well talking to them a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of what they normally do. Try and keep it clean for the heats, and then I think the final will be an all-out brawl, kind of like it always is for the shootout. But yeah, keep it clean, get to the front, and just kind of go for the win.
Good luck, Brandon.
Thank you.
There you guys had him, Brandon Jarscrack. He was a part of the KA Senior Shootout, again, for quite some time. And I know Haley's caught up with James Overbeck as well.
James, inform us on your pill picks and where you're going to be starting.
Yeah, I was 16th, so that means I'll start the other one in 3rd. So not great, but I do like P-Pick. I wish we got to see it happen in more places, but I definitely will like something in the middle, but 16th, I'll just have to work from there, and then I'll hopefully have to have a really good heat in Heat 2.
Well, we saw you here this time last year at this event, but you told me you didn't really race it all that much. Explain what you meant by that.
Yeah, I wasn't very good last year at this event, and I'm not really doing great this weekend either. I definitely owe a few drinks to whoever put me in this thing both years because I haven't made it on points yet. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes better. It'd be really hard to be worse than last year. We were fighting for last, so we'll see.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
Myself here at the front of the grid. Time is running out. We are getting very close to the end here. I'm going to catch up with Connor Ferris real quick. Connor, we've talked about your year in 2025, right? You've had consistent results, but you haven't had that breakout weekend just yet. Do you think this is going to be it for you?
I think we've got a good shot. Cart's working great, engine's working good. I like our piece we got right now.
What do you think about the layout on that first session? And again, obviously, your first pill was pretty good, right? Starting third, that's going to send you to the rear for the second one, right? Tell me a little bit about it.
I'd rather be in the front and the rear than in the middle for both. That's where all the mayhem happens.
Thank you, Connor. Good luck, dude. There you guys have from Connor Ferris. And an interesting point there as well for him, right? You'd rather be at the front or the rear, just away from all the chaos of you. I'm going to get out of the way as more carts coming through. I see Chris Perez working his way through here, Kyle as well. Paulie Massimino going to start at the front. He's going to start second here in this one. And again, we saw him go out, probably has 5,000 laps around this place. So nonetheless, that's one of the things to look out for here. Haley Donaldson is caught up with ADT. We'll send it to her.
ADT here, he's rolling off P13, my personal lucky number. ADT, tell us, what did you change 11th. Oh, I can't read. What did you change in between these two sessions?
Just change of gear. I don't think we got it quite right. A little bit on the carburation side since it's cooler now, but not much other than that. Just go, drive, and just got the points for the final.
You were incredibly quick all day. This layout is fairly similar. You just take a cut through. It's a little bit shorter. Are you feeling confident going into this?
Yeah, I mean I don't even know if it's going to be much of a pace thing. I think it's just everyone's going to, from what we saw in junior, everyone's going to be white lining and racing pretty hard. So I think as long as we're there and then has to play out how it plays out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm standing by here with Paulie. And again, we saw your strategy, right? You kind of showed your card there in the session. Thousands of laps around this place. But what would you kind of get out of the layout in the couple laps that you did do?
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you very much, sir. Paulie, I'll let him get ready. And again, always gives us some gold when it comes down to the KA Sr Shootout. And again, feeling good, feeling confident. So we'll let him get strapped up, get ready to go here on his BJR LN cart. My apologies there. But again, I'm interested to hear from you guys in the booth as well. We're getting close to the end.
Final minute.
1 minute on grid. It's exciting. We're getting ready to see Aiden Levy, Paulie Massimino lead us to the green flag for the first of the heat races.
Thank you, Caleb. Always fun to get to go down to the grid and check in with more. And while Kyle steps out, I'm now joined for the first time in the commentary box here by Gus Lawrence. Gus, thanks for joining me here for this heat race. I'm excited to have you joining us, and this should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. We had a very entertaining junior K race earlier, so I'm interested to see how the first heat of the seniors go.
Yeah, this one should be fun to watch for sure. I think what we're going to see is probably, as everyone is still a bit all over the place on where they need to be for gearing and the like, to be maybe a bit racier than later in the night. We've seen these shootouts play out where because they have two heat races and then the main, by the end of the night, someone gets it right. But right now, they're still kind of shooting blind, right? You look at a layout like this, you're shorter than, you lose the backstretch. So as a driver, you're like, all right, we're going to probably add 2, maybe 3, maybe 1 tooth, and they're going to eventually figure out the money setup. But this is the first real go at it, and the interesting part with these shootouts, which again, hopefully, right now you're tracking pretty good to join the one tomorrow night, is you have a new set of tires. That's the only set you can use, and since the opening session of the 4 is just a practice, a lot of the drivers sat out. In fact, Austin Garrison sat out the entire way. Hasn't turned a lap on this layout yet. Paulie Massimino, the rest of the field did 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. But beautiful scenes here from the countryside in North Carolina, Mooresville, North Carolina, the home of Trackhouse Motorplex. And it's going to be an exciting and entertaining night here under the lights. So let's get ready to bring the action, folks. Here we are for the KA100 seniors for the outlap and we'll take you through the starting lineup for Heat 1. Now, again, as Caleb mentioned, it's a pill pick. Random draw for the lineup for this heat. It'll be inverted for Heat 2. Gus will lose you, obviously, for them, but we're happy to have you join us for this one. It'll be Aiden Levy and Ryan Perry. Motorsport, hot off that KA Jr Fast 10 Shootout win. On the pole here for Heat 1. He'll go to the back for Heat 2, and he'll have Paulie Massimino back there with him as they're on the front row. It's Connor Ferris and Brandon Lemke then on row 2. Blake Nash and Jared Clark behind them. Caden McQueen, ZCD, and All Velocity Sodi, row 4. Joseph Hewitt, the fan vote winner. Enzo Vidmontien, DeTulio, Mossman, and more. 17 in total as we get ready to bring the action here down the front straightaway for the first time tonight. Clear visors, straight into the eyes of the drivers as they're locked in and ready to go. 10 laps, put it on the board, crank it up. KA Sr Shootout action is underway. And right off the bat, 3 wide, 2 wide action here. James Overbeck just nailed a cone at the exit of turn 3, and instantly everyone goes on defense down to turn number 8. And one thing here as they slowly sort themselves out quickly with Levy blocking low into turn number 9 here. Gus, talk to me a little bit of what you could see on the racetrack, especially on the run up to turn 3 on the full layout today. It looked pretty dirty. Did it feel dirty on the low side when you go off?
Yeah, definitely. The minute the racing starts, when everybody's crossing all over the racing lines, the track gets dirty and dirtier. But straight away we can see a very defensive style. Obviously winner takes all. It's only 10 laps.
And yeah,
30 odd seconds a lap, so it's get to the front and hold your own.
And the rules still do apply. They'll still have pushback bumper penalties to deploy. It looks like Blake Nash already crushed in his. Enzo Vidmontien goes off, and it looks like basically the whole field is 2 by 2, almost like a race start, and still shuffling there as they go 2 wide behind. So as they finally sort out up front for a split second, we'll take it back. Battle for 4th there. Blake sending it on Frankie Mossman. It's Massimino who leads, to Lemke, to Connor Ferris, and then right here, that's Nash on the inside. Zachary Clayman DeMello there, 2nd in line, that's 5th. Mossman 6th. And slowly we'll see them sort out, and you'll see the leaders try to break away. But just, I mean, at this point, when you're a driver in the middle of a scrum like this here, Gus, what are you doing? What's going through your head?
No, for sure. If you've got the forward momentum and you can manage to get through the pack, obviously it's great, it's rewarding. But if you're stuck in the mix and you're getting attacked from every angle, it's a frustrating place to be. I can see Blake Nash with the nose cone penalty straight away off the start, which is unfortunate. But it seems to be like the race has spread out almost like a normal race. But I guess it's the first heat, so it's everybody taking it, learning as they go.
And you're just trying to, again, end up with a good average, right? It's very similar to how we'll stack that super heat grid tomorrow. With the invert, if you're a guy like, for example, Caleb Gaffera, he started last. He's up 10 spots already. Yeah. He doesn't need to win it because he'll start in the front for Heat 2.
Yeah, that's a great start. Good first heat, and points mean prizes.
Exactly. Nothing pays out yet in the heats. It's $4,000 up for grabs in the main event later on. Now, Brandon Lemke, Connor Ferris, they've already quickly lost touch with Paulie Massimino. Look at the lead. He's gone.
It's in his own race.
And with
they're defending for 2nd place. He's rubbing his hands together here.
Yeah, he's got it, and he'll be able to see it. I mean, again, it's easy for us to see from the wide shot here, but you guys as drivers, when you're at a racetrack like this where there's switchback sessions and you quickly go the other way, you can see the pack, and you're watching kind of the gaps in the packs around you. Paulie will know without even turning his head around that he's got a big lead.
No, he'll be seeing it in the corner of his eye as the corner closes off. It's a nice place to be.
So now, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the whole train all behind Connor Ferris. Paulie Massimino long gone. Connor Ferris into 2nd. Lemke adjusting on the carburetor, trying to hang on here as he gets fed a wheel, and he's now on the outside. And there's contact! Cash Perkins up and around off the side of Frankie Mossman into the grass, and that grass has gotten a lot of rain, and now Jared Clark is going to greet it off in turn 7, and that'll bring dirt onto the racetrack for the leader. And Paulie might see the dust cloud kind of blow across, but that's, again, tough to gauge, right? We talked about it at Newcastle. This place no different, right? The leader, you are flying blind, and then you're a snowplow, essentially, for the pack behind.
You're the first to hit the dirt, so when you get round and you slide past the next corner, it's not the best, but obviously in Paulie's favour, he's 2.3 seconds in the lead, so it's I don't think it'll affect him too much.
Yeah, he should be safe. And in fact, he's starting to kind of stabilize the pace here, try to manage, not burn those tires off too early. the field behind, they're having to push. Here's a look at the replay of the moment. Check it out right here. Cash Perkins trying to go to the inside of Mossman, and they were just stuck from the moment they got out of the runoff. And once Frankie hit the brakes, it's like an old Hot Wheels slingshot. You ever played with those? You guys have those toys back home where they send the cars all loops and stuff? Yeah. Back to the action. 3 to go. ZCD up to second. He's picked up 7 spots, but again, he'll start middle of the road in the second heat as well. So he'll need to do the same kind of march forward to have a good score. Caleb Gaffera, that move there on Blake Nash, he's now up to 4th from last. 15 spots picked up and counting for that green and orange Holtz driver development entry. Stephen Miller started pretty far back. So did Austin Garrison, who's up 10. He's ahead of Caden McQueen now. And so coming at 2 to go, you have DeMello here, Connor Ferris in the black and blue, Gaffera, Blake Nash, Garrison, and then Caden McQueen right behind as well. So at this point, put yourself, let's say, in Austin or in Caden's shoes, right? You're 7th, you started 7th, you're going to start around there in the next heat. How aggressive do you get here in heat 1?
No, you've got to take the positives. Obviously, he's not gone backwards, but not capitalised on starting near the front. Obviously, the next heat will be starting a little bit further back, I believe.
Just a tick.
Yeah, so Seattle is closing up now, so he might be able to make an impact here.
Yeah, let's see it. Garrison now trapped on the outside. Caden will pick up a spot there. Stephen Miller to the inside. Wheel to wheel. Frankie Mossman out early. And we saw the contact, obviously, between himself and the spin for Cash Perkins. Both of them gone. So a DNF. They'll have a little fresher tires, but a terrible result. And Blake Nash, knowing he's got the pushback. This is the tough part, right? When you know you've got a pushback this early in a session, you're trying to weigh out the odds of how much you want to defend, because the more they stack up, that's more spots you're going to lose on the time penalty.
Definitely, sometimes it's best just not to defend and accept defeat. But
he's still fighting
up.
To his credit.
Up, yeah.
So here we are, final lap, coming to the end. Single file for the majority. McQueen side by side there with Oliver Piatek, but Paulie Massimino will come to the line. He'll score the Heat 1 win for the shootout. DeMello, Ferris, Gaffera, Garrison, the top 5 at the line. Blake Nash scores 6th unofficially, but pretty obvious with how loose that front bumper is. That thing is pushed in, and it'll drop a few spots that promote Caden McQueen potentially to 6th. Piatek, Stephen Miller, and James Overbeck. So Paulie Massimino, I mean, the downside about this, right, and you kind of were on the inverse side of it today with that opening heat race. He has no idea what anybody else was at on gear, or if they were better or worse than him in the corners. He obviously pulled a gap, but he knows they're battling, so he's somewhat blind to the rest of the field, right? This is where you got to really trust your mechanics, your guys on the fence, what they can see.
Back. Obviously, he was 2.3 seconds in the lead with 2 or 3 laps to go, and then they closed him down to 1.6, whether that's him rolling out and saving his tyres for later on, or generally missing a little bit of speed. But I'm sure with his team behind him, they can watch from afar and hopefully tell him what to do for the next one.
Well, Gus, we threw you in the deep end here with this one,
Definitely,
right?
Yeah.
That was a whole lot of action for you, but appreciate you joining us here before you get some rest and come back, and hopefully you're part of this show tomorrow. And, well, I don't know, hopefully for your sake it's not any chaos like the couple guys we saw in this one. Hopefully you're up at the front.
No, it's something to expect. I can see how the racing's going to play out already, so hopefully I'm there and we can see how we get on.
Well, we'll send it hot down to the scale line, folks. Gus, once again, thanks for joining us. And for everyone else at home, that's one heat race in the books. Heat 2 and the main event on tap.
Food marketing. $9.99 a month.
Dude, Caleb, wake up. Dude, we're live in 5 minutes. Let's go. Come on. What are you doing?
Dude, I'm so sorry. Xander had me in a cat food marketing meeting till like 2 a.m. last night.
Come on, man.
Do you have anything I can drink?
Dude, I got the perfect thing for you. Perico, it's a healthy energy drink alternative.
Perico, non-GMO, gluten-free, kosher, magnesium, B12, B6,
Yeah, it's good.
B5, biotin, and zero sugar? Pericazo! Try Perico, made with natural ingredients, organic caffeine, and supports your metabolism. Try the new official energy drink of Kart Chaser.
This is Henry. Henry feels sad. Henry feels sad because it's time for his next big race and his go-kart is in bits. Henry doesn't know that Acceleration Kart Racing is the United States' #1 shop for all of your karting equipment needs. Henry also doesn't know that Acceleration Kart Racing can deliver anything from tires to race suits and even wheels directly to your front door or to the racetrack itself, quickly and efficiently, with tech support available 6 days a week. Poor Henry doesn't even know that Acceleration Kart Racing offers free shipping to mainland USA on selected product if you spend $200 or more. Do yourself a favor. Go to accelerationkarting.com and make sure that you are never left stuck on the pre-grid with Henry. Be smart and don't be like Henry.
So as the carts roll through the scale line, we'll get set to hand it back down to Caleb and Haley in pit lane. They again will wait for everyone to roll across the scales before the 10-minute clock goes back up for the drivers to be able to work on the go-karts. So there is, of course, Eric Jones, Mr. IAME East, Mr. MG Tires, and he's the promoter, of course, of this event, chatting a bit with Zach and Erasmus Lind and going over a little bit of everything from it. It's a ton of fun. It's got the fences lined. This event is just such a blast for everyone involved, and we're, of course, lucky enough to bring you all the action to wherever you may be watching from. Hopefully you're sharing it, enjoying it, and getting ready for more of it as we run back through the entire night show with 2 more support Fast 10 shootouts tomorrow night, and of course the MG Tires X30 shootout where Gus is tracking to hopefully be a part of, and as he gets some rest for that, for the rest of the racing tomorrow, and the X30 shootout hopefully, that means we've just got more and more racing to get to. But first, again, the karts are making their way to their pit boxes. The last few are about through the scale line, and once the command is given from race director Blake Hunt that we will be on the 10-minute clock, we'll get ready to go down and talk to some of the drivers. One in particular seemed to have them all covered, as Gus mentioned. Paulie Massimino got away early, managed the race nicely, had the biggest gap of the night so far, 1.6 seconds and some change by the time the checkered flag flew over Zachary Clayman DeMello there, P2, and Connor Ferris in third. Caleb Gaffera, Austin Garrison, your top 5, and let's go down to the pit lane as they begin to get to work.
Running around here talking to a couple of drivers. Caleb G, talk to me about that race. It looked like it was just hard to make moves, really. We'll get out of the way as, again, they're going to work their way in. Sorry. Apologies. 10 minutes. Long time. Talk to me about that race.
Oh, I mean, it was a pretty fun race. We started dead last, so drew 18, and we're starting first for the next one. So that'll be awesome. We have good pace, and so Paulie got away, and I was just trying to see what I could do. This track, drove it last year for the club races, and we used a little bit different layout through the double rights. We didn't do the second right, went up the hill, then turn right. So it was a fun little layout, but we're pretty quick, so I think we can just put it all together and keep it clean for the rest of the night.
Saw different, right? Paulie just checked out, right? No defending out of his part, just got in front, didn't look back. Are you looking to do a little bit more of the same for you in the second heat race?
That's what I'm going to look to do. I just got to get out front, put my head down, and just get away.
Best of luck, Caleb. Thank you. There you guys had it from Caleb G, and it looks like they are making some adjustments. We'll take a look here at what exactly they got going on. It looks like some front-end adjustments here to Caleb G's kart, and again, could be just looking maybe for a little bit more turn-in throughout the corners. Again, slower speed, maybe more turn-in in turn 3. That could be one of the ones where they feel like they have understeer, oversteer, could be a whole lot of things. So they're still working here. And again, we'll send it over to Haley. She's standing by with ZCD.
That was a pretty strong performance out of you. How do you feel like that went for you?
Went really well. Happy with where we started on the go-kart. Not much to do, which is always a good sign in a race like this. everyone was getting their elbows out there as I expected, so I did the same, but at the same time tried to be smart because we got 2 more.
And how are you feeling on the kart? Is there anything that you're wanting to change in between these races?
Yeah, I can't really say that because then I'm giving away my secrets, but we're making a few small changes now. We're in a good spot, so we'll work to catch on to Paulie. I think he was lifting a bit at the end there to save the tire.
It's my job to get all the information. You can't blame me for trying, but thank you for joining me. I'll let you get back to your go-kart.
Thank you.
Our way through looking for drivers to talk to here as well. We'll talk to Aiden Levy, right? He started up at the front. You started on that front row and then just went backwards. Tell me about that race.
Yeah, no, I just didn't do a very good job on the first lap, and everybody's, trying to go forward, and just didn't do a good job myself. But we're making a few adjustments, and we're going to get back out there and make up some spots starting from last. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and again, I mean, up front, you were kind of getting past, but from what it looked like on the outside, it's kind of hard to pass around a place like this if you are able to keep your kart on the bottom. What's your approach to it, right? You saw Junior, Nathan Golseth obviously went for you guys. Drivers ripping around the high side. Is that the plan going into this next race?
Yeah, it's definitely something to try. Just got, the one time I did was going to try the outside. They all wrecked in turn 3, so, it's just kind of, you just kind of need to know who you're racing and going from there, so.
Thank you, Aiden.
Thank you.
There you guys have it from Aiden Levy, and they're making adjustments, front-end adjustments for them as well here. And I'm sure they're going to continue to work on that as well as it goes on. And again, more drivers working their way through. I see Haley standing by with one of the SCR drivers, standing by with Austin Garrison. Haley?
I've got Austin. Austin, tell me about how that race went.
Definitely chaotic, as we all expected. We knew it was going to be, gunning for it to, climb up as best position to finish as possible. This track's tight. When you start blocking and all that, it's kind of hard to go and get around somebody. That's why you got to take big risks, try to go to the outside. Some drivers end up crashing, going to the outside. Some didn't. I was lucky enough where I never got into an accident. A couple of people, like my teammate here, he's fixing his kart. He got crashed into. But, I think our pace is okay. We're going to, work on the go-kart a little bit, do a minor gear change, and then hopefully we're starting up front this time. I think we start 3rd or 4th. So I think we should be good.
Thank you, Austin.
Thank you.
I'm going to send it over now to Caleb. He's got Oliver Piatek.
Yeah, Oliver, your first KA Sr Shootout. Talk about it, right? It was a hectic one, having to work through the field, but just tell me a little bit about that race.
I mean, it was a lot of fun. The racing was crazy. It was 2x2 almost the whole race, and I just went one at a time, made up a few positions, and ended up P8. So it's really solid, good points for the final.
And again, local to North Carolina yourself, right? How does this event feel? It's different, right? You do a lot of laps around this place, but the IAME Grand National is just a complete different feel. What would it mean to you to come away with this shootout with $4,000?
Well, it would mean a lot. Unfortunately, I'm from Georgia, not North Carolina, but it's still pretty close, kind of my home national track, but it would mean a lot to bring home a good amount of money this weekend.
Thank you, Oliver, and I wish you best of luck. Sorry about that. Again, Georgia, noted. Thank you, Oliver. There you guys have it from Oliver Piatek. And again, the crew working on his kart as well, just looking at a little bit of data. And again, it looks like just making some quick adjustments as well. Blake Nash standing by with Haley Donaldson.
Blake, that was a little bit of a hectic start. Tell us about what that changed on your go-kart for you.
Yeah, first time racing on this layout, so you saw the gear was a bit high compared to others. Definitely a mess of a race. A lot of people blocking and stuff. So, yeah, I had to go on kind of an aggressive driving mode and probably a little bit overly aggressive. So, yeah, I ended up breaking my rear bumper bolt like probably the start of the race. So, fixing that and then going lower on gear. And now we have I'm starting at the back of the pack for this next one. So, yeah, hopefully we can make it through and get some decent points.
You told me this morning that this was pretty much your goal for the weekend. Whenever you came out here, you just wanted to make the shootout. Is this what you were expecting?
Yes and no. I thought it was it's definitely a fun event. Definitely more chaotic than I thought it was going to be. A lot of people blocking, but as it should be. When there's money on the line, everyone's going to go all out. So,
thank you, Blake.
Thank you.
Well, I got Paulie Massimino with me, the Heat 1 race winner. Just got to the front, checked out. Again, just let everybody kind of do their thing behind you, right?
Yeah, it looks like I got a lucky break. I was able to get to the lead, had to block a little bit, and then, I looked back, and it looked like they were still fighting. So got a little bit of a lucky break, so we'll see with Heat 2, it's starting further back.
And you're not going to get it, right? How are you feeling starting from the back, having to make moves?
We're going to find out. Who knows? I don't know if we're good. I don't know. Only time will tell.
There you go. Thank you, Paulie.
Thank you.
There you guys have it from Paulie, and again, he's been great in KA Senior Racing action here, especially in the shootout layouts, right? Just very calm, cool, collected. James standing by there as well. I guess we'll take a moment to talk to James. Tell me about that race. Again, where are you starting for this next one? I believe you picked sixth, and you're starting further back now.
No, I started 16th on the first one, so I'll start third. I got a decent start, but then it was just chaos in the midfield. I just got a few bad breaks there and fell back, and then made my way back up there towards the end. But we seem to be fast, so we'll see how it goes. Definitely, hopefully I can get out front and get away from the pack racing that you saw in the first one, but it'll be chaos.
I'll just say one thing, man. Go out there and have fun. Have a good time. Enjoy.
Absolutely. Thank you.
There you guys have it from James Overbeck. We'll send it over to Enzo Vidmontian and Haley Donaldson.
Enzo, that was a crazy race. Was there anything out there that you really feel like you could even take it all into this next one, or are you just out there rolling with the punches?
Yeah, I'm just rolling with the group. There's really not much to do when you're in the back. Either you block or pass, and just everyone's blocking, and I can't really do anything.
Are you changing anything at all, or are you just going out there and doing your race?
No, I'm not changing anything. I think it's just me driving, and yeah, let's see what we can do.
Thank you, Enzo.
Thank you.
All right, I'm standing by here with Caden McQueen. I hope by now hopefully you have a better idea of kind of what's going on, right? Tell me about that first heat race, the first time you've been a part of anything like this.
Yeah, for me, if you crash and do a lot of damage in that, you're not going to make the next one. So be patient, be steady, and yeah, we'll go for more.
Looks like you're starting 12th in this one, so a lot more work to do to get yourself to where you finished that race. And again, just strategy, keeping it clean, is that the goal?
I think it's almost impossible to do that. Like watching that race, I was kind of just sat there watching it all unfold. No one was driving clean. Everyone was trying to get rid of everyone. So to a certain extent, yes. But yeah, we'll see.
Best of luck, Caden.
Thank you.
There you guys have from Caden McQueen. And again, just tough racing out there, right? Elbows out racing, if you will. We'll work our way further up here to the front of the field. And again, we'll talk to a couple of more drivers. Haley Donaldson, what do you got?
I've got Steven Miller here with me. You're rolling off P2. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. It's been a while since I've been in the seat, so I'm getting used to everything. It feels good to be back.
And is this shootout at all what you were thinking it was going to be?
Well, yeah, I went here last year, so I kind of have an idea.
Are you feeling like this is going to be another race like it was last year?
Hopefully. I'm hoping so, yeah. I mean, crazy-wise, I don't know. Last year was pretty crazy, so hopefully not as crazy as last year.
Well, we wish you luck. Thank you, Steven.
All right, real quick, Ozzy's suiting up Brandon Lemke. And again, he was one of the drivers that actually just minor incident for you in that one, if you will. You were up at the front, fell back to the rear. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't exactly know what happened. I know it was just trying to get everything collected again, and then all these carts were passing me. I got clipped on someone's bumper, and then going into turn 2, I don't exactly know what happened. I was trying to just get back in line, and then the next thing I know, someone's in the air. So I slammed into them a little bit in the right front, but I don't think there was any damage on the cart. It was handling fine after that, and trying to figure out carburation and why we're sucking.
There you go. Just don't suck, I guess, right? Next one. There you go. We'll wish the best of luck to Brandon here as well. Everybody gridding up. 2 minutes to go. We'll send it over to Nate Dean and Xander Clements.
Actually, a different Nate, but we'll come back to us here in a moment. I believe we're gridding up, and Haley's got one more bit of or actually, no, we'll wait. They're too amped up and ready to go, but a different Nate here with me. Nate Golseth, $1,000 richer. You said that's unfortunately not going to you. It sounds like the boys are going to double or nothing at the casino tonight. But as the lights come on and the sun works its way down below the horizon, we go officially night racing here at Trackhouse Motorplex. And you were obviously able to master this layout. So what were you able to take away that as you watch the KA seniors go at it, you're keeping your eyes on? And how do you manage a race like this that's basically just an all-out brawl?
So basically, anytime you have a gap, this is what I've been told, and I've.
It obviously worked.
Yeah, after this race, obviously, I was told I need to do that every session now. But yeah, a big thing that helped me with this type of racing is the Ryan Perry Motorsports Camp. It's basically an all-out brawl for whoever wins, and it's just having a good time and learning as much as you can. And both of the moves that I did in that race came from that. I just know from experience. I've been coached by Dalton Haynes, Brandon Carr, Aiden Levy, and it's all great coaching. And, yeah, good coaches, I can get a good win.
And what you mentioned there, right? You're managing the gap when you have a gap, right? And being able to recognize that. That was how you were able to pull that move off to get to the lead the final time, right? You knew just enough, or knew that you had just enough out back from third that you could open up for the corner and set up for a crossover. You're not going to have a lot of gaps in an action-packed session on a bull ring like this. This track, to us, and to the viewers at home, maybe seeing this for the first time, the closest comparison we could think of was Martinsville from NASCAR, where you've got just such a short track, so many quick break zones. The biggest straightaway is the front stretch, and you have maybe a second to kind of get your bearings. But when everybody's blocking, that break zone's a whole lot earlier, and, well, you kind of lose that factor, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, managing the gap, especially on this short track, was very hard. I think I looked back, and John seemed to be loose on the exit of that corner. He may have hit that exit curb. That has been a tough mistake for most people.
Right here at turn 3 on this course, yeah.
On the exit of that, if you barely get on the gas early, you can hit that, and it costs you at least 2/10 on this short track. You can't afford to make mistakes. And I looked back, had about 2 kart lengths. I knew John would have to defend, so, I mean, I tried opening up. That's what I had to do for the win.
So with that, here's the invert of the lineup. KA100 Sr, heat number 2. It's Caleb Gaffera and Stephen Miller on the front row. We've got them on the Sky Shot. Ready to go. Heat 2, action from Trackhouse. 10 laps, and we're underway. Oh, contact already. Austin Garrison out of shape, and he gets shuffled to the wayside. Brandon Lemke as well, kind of a victim to it as they all go 2 abreast in the run down to the hairpin. Caleb Gaffera, James Overbeck, a little gap for them, and everybody else is just going to the low side to block or to make moves like this. You're going to parts of the racetrack you don't normally have to go to on the regular line, and when the leader is constantly going low, he's got dirt on the tires, he's out of shape, everybody else has to follow, and you're just kind of slipping and sliding for half the race, it feels like.
Right, small turn 2, there's a big dirt pile there. The first lap, I remember, that's ECD around!
Zachary climbing to Mello, spins at the exit of turn number 4, and to the rear he goes. He'll still be able to recover off that good run in the opening heat race. That went about as good as it could have. This one, the opposite. But there's still time. We saw in your race with so much battling and defending up at the front that obviously you could get back even after a mistake, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can get up the train, because here's a great look at it again. When they're all lined up on the bottom, you can try to go to the outside. You're only going to get so many spots. You won't get the last couple, so warning flag given to Caleb Gaffera. And here's a look at that outside attempt. Stephen Miller, prime example, went to it, ends up losing 1. DeTulio crosses them up, and it's James Overbeck, a now 3-time KA Senior national champ, up the hill leading the way here in Heat 2. Garrison back in the mix, and so is the driver right behind him there. That is Fast Frankie Mossman in the 900 from the wreck in the opening heat. Okay, and back at it here in Heat 2. And a warning flag now for the 905 Oliver Piatek. So the officials are busy.
If I was James Overbeck right now, I would be focusing on the gap behind me.
Trying to hope that he's far enough, and that was perfect. Just like you said, Nate. He had just enough ahead of Ale that he was able to hit his normal marks, and everyone else racing behind him are still going to be trying to clean the tires off, or at least worry about the cars around them if they were slow exiting a corner.
Right.
First chance to spread the field.
Oh!
Ooh. That was, well, not teammates there, but that was Garrison to the back of Cash Perkins.
Yeah, Alessandro looks like he's already on that back bumper of James Overbeck.
And it looked like he could have almost sent it there, but he didn't. He was still defending a bit from Caleb Gaffera, who had a good opening heat. He just needs to hang on here. Side by side, 2 and 3 wide, coming out of turn 8. Gaffera now to the inside, Overbeck to the outside.
I believe Austin Garrison has a pushback.
Ooh, that's big here, because again, Blake Nash had one, so now if Garrison off that contact is going to lose more spots, and it's only going to get worse with this. Defending down to the inside, DeTulio gets the bumper, and Overbeck Oh, and can he hang on? No! Around he goes and backs up into the wet grass. James Overbeck from hero to zero in a moment, and there goes
no,
Miller.
Stephen Miller into the wall.
Nearly, and brings a cone onto the track. He'll collect more.
His
Bumper
rear bumper
off.
all the way off. Stephen
Oh,
Miller
man.
not happy.
Can you believe it? Stephen Miller destroyed.
That will give 2 spots to ZCD. Have a good points haul after that spin earlier this race.
And it might be more. I mean, the whole field's still together. Let's see how far back DeMello. He was 6 seconds away last time. How close can he get? He just knocked off a second and a half. He's 5.1 back. And it's only going to get better as they keep fighting. There's still 4 laps to go.
Oh!
Enzo up and over, high-sided on the curb with Lemke. Here's Jared Clark now into the mix. And Lemke to the high side. Enzo's going to feed him a wheel. He'll put him in the runoff. They're still side by side. You got to keep your head cool, boys. And that's not doing it. Lemke sends Enzo into the grass. Yeah, that was full on. You can see that one coming a mile away. Goodness. This race isn't slowing down anytime soon here. Check it out.
Caden McQueen leading that second group. Oliver Piatek trying to get somewhere in this group.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you're in Oliver's spot, all you can do is try to, again, look for a gap. And now Garrison to the outside of DeTulio for the lead. DeTulio so focused on him. Mossman's going to get him. Frankie Mossman to the lead. Incredible.
Yeah, if you look closely at Austin Garrison's front bumper, you do see that it is pushed in.
And now, can he run away? Massimino's in third. He's fighting with DeTulio here with 2 laps to go. If Austin Garrison can hang on out there, he might be able to start to stretch the gap and not lose as many spots as Paulie's focused on just hanging on to P3. Caleb's on the outside. He'll high side the curve in front of McQueen.
Frankie and Austin pushing away. That's all that Austin wants right now. I'm not sure about the penalty for a pushback. Oh, and that's together. Aiden Levy and Blake Nash.
And now Jared Clark into it. Here's Cash Perkins trying to rebound from the crash in the opening heat. And Garrison out of the lead. Last turn, inside and through. Austin Garrison leads to the final lap. Mossman's right back on him, though. He's got the nose low. He'll block for second. And you can hear even the bumper scraping the ground for Garrison, and I think it might be at least low, if not pushed in for Frankie, too. I think he's okay. Austin Garrison leading here provisionally.
Garrison has a gap going to last. Paulie's going to put the bumper to Mossman. Not going to work. Piatek slides into 4th position.
And here we are, final time for Massimino. This should be more than enough to get the pole for the main event with Mossman's DNF and Garrison's pushback. So out of the final turn, Austin Garrison will cross the line first, and in the fight for second, it won't matter for the main, but it'll go to Paulie. He wins the drag race. And that's something, again, as a driver you take note of, right? What moves can work on the final few corners of a lap. Overbeck even winning out on the drag race at the line for Vidmontien.
Right.
And how about the run for DeMello?
Yeah, what a great run. After that spin in the early laps of this race.
13th. Picks off a ton. Ends 3.6 seconds back from the lead.
That was exactly what Austin Garrison needed after that early pushback.
It's still going to hurt, obviously, with how close the field ended, but it won't be as bad. He might not go all the way to the rear, but still. Chaos once again, folks. And I don't think we'll be seeing too much else from the rest of the night because, again, this layout, it still looks pretty close. It's hard to pick out some of the drivers that look really strong. Let's go down to the scale line here and hear from them all as they roll in.
Nice job, Speeder.
Hi, drone. I know. Yeah, you did have me, Bob. That was where you were struggling, like off the yeah, that's when I was like, I pushed you bigger. We were gonna get away because they started fighting. I was like, they were fighting. I can't like stop. I know.
and I looked, and I thought that there was more.
Yeah. No, I was like, because I looked back and we had a little gap in front of me. What do you think?
My hands not hurting, but I can't feel it. Yeah, he gave it back to me though the second time. Second heat.
Who was it?
So as they get ready to make their way over to the pit boxes, you can see there the pushback for Austin Garrison. That'll give Paulie Massimino a sweep of the heats and a perfect score to start from the pole in the main. Now, he obviously looked pretty strong. I'd make a pretty strong case as well for Caden McQueen, who looked kind of under the radar there. And for Caleb Gaffera, charging forward in that first heat race, as good as he looked, could be an interesting pick, but it's really hard to read who looks the strongest. I think Garrison looked honestly pretty good and a little better than his teammates, even with the pushback, but quite a bit to take away from heat number 2 here for the KA Senior Shootout. Let's go down to Caleb as we begin to break it all down.
Yeah, we're debriefing here. A lot of drivers already coming in, and again, nobody a lot of work on their carts, but I'm interested to hear on some of the incidents that we saw in that race. We'll talk to Austin here real quick. And again, we saw your bumper get pushed in, and again, you were going back and forth with some of the rookie drivers. Talk about it.
Yeah, you know, like some drivers, you know, they try to go out and, you know, do a little bit too much. You know, they look over at you and they smash you off and try to, you know, end your race. But you know, we got in a little skirmish, and you know, we had a really fast piece. I know nobody's going to work with anybody out there, but there's a certain line of, you know, respect of other drivers. I'm running side by side out of the corners, no problem. Yeah, you can look over and dump somebody off, but like that's, you know, we're not really doing racing like that. Something that's like on the last lap. Yeah, maybe you don't want to be on the outside anyway, but our piece is fast. We're happy with it. Yeah, we got to push back. I don't know if that's time or that's position, but we're gonna fix it up and put the lasers on it. And I don't know where I start, but we got a really fast piece for this 20 lap main.
And again, looking at it, just the bumpers obviously pushed in. Any other damage? Did you feel anything else, you know, off of the cart?
When the bumper's this large, you definitely lose a lot of front end on it. So maybe that might just be about it. Maybe a slightly bent steering shaft, but nothing that's super major.
Thank you, Austin.
Thanks.
We'll send it back up to the booth. Xander, what do you got?
Just a final say thanks and congratulations, Nathan. Golset, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's obviously been a fun night here for you and fun to call it, and I'm sure a little bit different view of everything when you have it up here in our box. But again, best of luck tomorrow. Hopefully you get to go transfer and go race for some more money.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, we'll send Nate off here to continue the celebrations a bit tonight and then prep for another day of action. Here's one final look at the Heat 2 results. And as we head down to the pit lane, let's go back to it. The clock's about to start, and Caleb, you can take it away.
Thank you, guys. I just had a word with Eric Jones, and Trackhouse actually just offered Paulie Massimino $500 per spot if he moves back. So, again, he moves back to P6. That's an extra $2,000 for Paulie Massimino if he decides to move back. That could be 6, however many spots he wants to move back. If it's just 1, that's $500 to the paycheck. If it's 2, that's $1,000. 3, $1,500. 4, so on and so forth. You get the idea. And Xander, I'll let you have a think of that as well.
Oh, man. Well, Eric always loves to add a little spice to these shootouts that already are entertaining enough. We've had the last to first option for the last couple of years. No one's taken Eric up on the challenge to double or nothing the money to go to the rear. But for Paulie, this is an interesting play here, and I'm curious what his thoughts may be as they go to debrief in the BJR camp. Because, yeah, you start pole, that's an easy place to try and get away. But if you want to make a little more cash here at the IAME USA Grand National Championships, you could definitely add on to the stockpile by going back to, like you said, I'd at least pick an inside lane starting spot, but who knows? That's a lot to debrief there, and for Paulie and Brandon, I'm sure that's got to be at least a little bit on their mind.
I'll work our way over here with Paulie, and I got here as quick as I could.
Explain the rules on this deal. Does he get second place money? Is there second place money?
So from what I understood, I'm not sure on the exact structure for second. I believe second, third does still pay out. But again, the question to you is per spot, $500 per spot. It could be back to second, that's $500. You want to go back to third, that's another $500. So $1,000, so on and so forth. You can pick your starting spot on the grid. Don't do the math on the exact money that you will win at the end of it. We'll get the decision. You can pick wherever you want to start, inside, outside lane, whatever you want. What are your thoughts?
I'm not sure. It's very tempting, for sure. Our pace is good, so it's not really a worry on that. Just kind of more of a worry on what the racing is going to be. I don't know. I need a few minutes to think about it. Talk with Brandon, see what he kind of wants to do, and then we'll make a decision.
I mean, you like gambling. Would you not take the gamble here in this one?
I do like gambling, but
we'll give you a moment to think about it. When we get on grid, I think that's when your time is going to run out. So we'll give you a moment to think about it. And again, just have a think. Have a think.
All right, thank you.
There you guys have from Paulie. And again, they're going to be at work, and I'm sure Brandon's going to be thinking about it. The entire team's going to be thinking about it. But that's huge, huge news, again, and they're going to ask them. So that's per spot up by Trackhouse themselves. So Justin Marks and his corporation offered to Paulie Massimino $500 per spot. And again, we're going to work our way around, try and catch up. This is huge, actually, right here. Stephen Miller, they're getting to work on that kart, putting that rear bumper back on, making some adjustments, whether it's to the chain or the sprocket. And again, they're hard at work to try and get Stephen back out to the racetrack, give him a chance to try and go out there and win $4,000 here shortly. And again, that's only for Paulie Massimino, the driver who is slated to start on the pole position. As more work going on here, you see Blake Nash, they're making some adjustments, it looks like, to the front end. They have both of the tie rods off, so if you take a look in there, Kyle, as well, right, you have both of the tie rods off, making some adjustments, whether it's an Ackerman change or a tie rod that's bent, could be anything. And it looks like, again, they're just hard at work on that, looking to adjust it here as well. So, again, they're hard at work. See Greg Bell on the spanners as well as Blake Nash getting his hands in there. Just a lot of changes going on here, right, for everybody just looking to make some adjustments. We'll talk to a couple of more drivers. Alessandro D'Atulio here. Ale.
Check this out here as Caleb's
here we'll talk to Ale here as he finishes debrief real quick. Talk about that race, right? How did it go starting up at the front that time? I know you had some struggles passing in the first one. Just tell me about it.
Yeah, the first one was tough. I mean, I started behind a guy that was just on the brakes for the whole first 2 laps or so. Couldn't get by him. And then the second race was good. I mean, the pace was better. The kart felt a little bit better in the front, which is what I needed in the first one. But we're lacking a little bit of bottom, so that's why it's a little bit hard for me to race. But we'll see where we start now. I don't even know where we start, and then just go have fun and send it.
There you go. Best of luck.
Thank you.
There you guys have from ADT, and they're making some adjustments as well. Looks like tire pressure, putting some more air into those tires, making sure that it's still full throttle, right? Because, again, more often than not, you can find yourself where you're full gas and you're not full throttle. But, again, we talked to a couple of drivers. Frankie Mossman with a good finish in the end. Haley?
Frankie, tell me a little bit about that incident on track and what it looked like for you.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like it was a bit of a rookie move, so I can't hold it against him. He apologized on the grid, so, take it on the chin. I got by him pretty quick, and so hoping he just doesn't run me over again. That was a lot of damage. But the package was really quick in heat too, so I can't complain. The guys worked really, really, really hard to get it back going for the second heat race, and so we're still going to find a little bit more for the final, and it's going to be a bit difficult. We probably should have started in the first 2 rows because we had 2 really strong heat races lined up. So we're just taking on the chin and move forward in the shootout and try to make some money.
Thank you, Frankie.
Yep, thank you.
Worker over here with Zachary Clayman de Mello. A spin right there, just dropped the tire into the dirt, and you went around. Tell me about that incident.
Let me correct you. It wasn't a spin this time. Lemke just took me out, to be honest with you. I'm not one to beat around the bush. I was on his outside. He didn't give me enough space, and we touched wheels, and that was it. I went around. It's hard racing. I know it wasn't on purpose, but it's frustrating when people are racing like that. I know everyone's, excuse my language, horny for the money that we have out there. So people are racing a bit dumb, but we have another one to go. It's far from over. Shootout time.
There you go. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
There you guys have from ZCD, and again, we'll get the other side of it as well. I know Brandon's standing by with Haley.
Yeah, we're 6 pounds over.
Yeah, I've got Brandon Lemke here. Brandon, ZCD just said that incident coming out of turn 4 was that was just you taking him out. Is that how you feel about the situation?
No, not at all. I think with him crowding me and everything like that and pushing me into the curbs, I had nowhere to go. So hit the curb, wasn't giving me any racing room on the outside. I wasn't going to back down, especially for the money and everything. I know he likes to make excuses about all that stuff, but I think it was just a racing incident at that point. I wasn't backing down. You know, I'm always known as a nice guy on the track, but for racing for money, I'm not going to back down. I'm sick of people giving me crap.
And aside from that incident, do you feel like you made the most out of that race, as much as you could have?
Definitely the most I could have. Definitely trying to get some messages across. Like for Vidmontien, stop taking people out. That's a big one. So yeah, I think we definitely got some messages across, tried to do what we could, and just trying to have some fun.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Again, we just heard from a couple of drivers, a couple of incidents out there on the racetrack. Talk about it. I know you and Brandon got into it in that one as well.
Yeah, a lot of crashing, you know, aggressive. We're all fighting for 4K. But yeah, Brandon completely killed me off. Completely blew me off, but yeah.
And again, talk about it, right? You guys have been hard at work on the piece. Do you feel good enough to go out there and contend for $4,000 here in the main?
Yeah, I feel good, but I'm just kind of getting bullied out there, I guess, because I'm the young one, but it's fine.
Best of luck, Enzo. Thank you.
Thank you.
There guys had from Enzo Vidmontien, and just elbows out racing out there, right? Kind of, you know, quite simple as that. Just keeping your elbows out, staying out there, and again, a lot of drivers already not happy with each other heading into the main, but they're going to have to work together somehow to try and put something together here in the main event. And actually, Paulie Massimino just walked by me smiling, so I'm not sure what that means, but Haley's standing by with Cash Perkins.
Got Cash Perkins here. Cash, this has been quite an interesting night for you. I don't think that this is exactly what you were expecting whenever you signed up to do the shootout tonight, but how are you feeling regardless?
I'm feeling good. I know I was fast in the first heat. Just, you know, got in a little incident there. Probably my fault, you know, just should have calmed down a little bit. The second heat, you know, kind of got punted a little bit, but yeah.
What are your overall thoughts on the incident? Do you take any responsibility, or do you just feel like you're just trying to stretch your wings out?
Oh no, that was all him. I did not. I did. My rears were off the ground. You know, he didn't even hit the brakes. I was gone.
Thank you, Cash.
We'll send it back up here. I have a quick look at the starting grid order here as best as we can see it. Paulie Massimino slated to start on the inside alongside Austin Garrison, to Piatek on row number 2, Caleb G, McQueen, Connor Ferris, ZCD to DeTulio, to Mossman, and again more. I'll let you guys do your job. I know they're starting to get ready to get going, but yeah, there you have it. And I think Paulie's still deciding on what he's doing, getting a lot of, I guess, you know, outside noise to try and tell him to do it. And again, he still hasn't given an official decision of exactly what he wants to do. He has until they are getting gridded up, where we're going to ask him the question again, if he wants to move, if he wants to stay. And again, it's all up to him. And we'll take a look in here as well with the Velocity Racing team. Looks like they're making some sort of adjustment as well on what looks to be Zachary Clayman DeMello's kart. And they have just about 10 guys here, which looks to be maybe, from what I'm seeing here on the outside, could be just putting that sprocket back on. After a change could be for some gearing, maybe looking for a little bit of more. Again, hopefully, again, for ZCD, hopefully they found that. Talk to some more drivers here as well as we work our way through. Catch up with Connor Ferris real quick. Right, you were up at the front in one of those races, Connor, and then, again, having to work your way through the field as well in that second one. Just tell me about the racing so far. I think it's been chaotic, having to catch our breaths. For us that are just watching, how is it inside of the helmet?
It's wild. It's just avoiding the mess and trying to keep it clean is what I've been doing. I don't think we're going to do that in the final, though. We'll see.
There you go. And again, you find yourself within a shot for $4,000 for you guys. We talked about a breakout weekend. This is the last time we're going to get to talk to you until you get out there on the track. How are you feeling? How's everything going? How's the team feeling for you?
We're full send. We're going for it. If I have a chance to win, I'm going to go for it.
There you go. Best of luck, Connor.
Thank you.
There you guys have it from Connor Ferris. Thank you for the light as well to his dad for getting us going here. Again, a little bit dark down here on grid, but everybody starting to grid up as we get ready to go green. $4,000 on the line. We'll send it back up to you, Xander, for a last little tidbit, and I'll give you guys official news on Paulie Massimino and where he decides to start. And real quick, I know we have more drivers maybe getting ready, but nonetheless, work our way around. Caleb G standing by with Haley Donaldson.
I've got Caleb G. I'm going to keep it quick because I know you got to get suited up and stuff. But you're rolling off P4, correct?
3.
P3. You're on the inside. Are you feeling like you're going to be able to just shoot to the front?
That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, we're just going to try to go forward and do what we can. And I want to come home with that $4,000 tonight.
Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. Ready for action from Trackhouse Motorplex under the lights. 20 laps on the board, and the lineup, well, it's going to be up until the 11th hour here. We go back down for a final word from Paulie Massimino with Caleb of whether or not he wants to take Eric Jones up on an opportunity to take some more cash. The only paying spots are the top 3. That'll be the podium, of course, from the night. So I'd have to imagine that's the only way places that Paulie could end up in and end up getting the bonus. Or it may just be if he wins it. So we'll have to wait and see if Eric will extend that $500 per spot. He goes backwards to the top 3 spots or just the race win. It's $4,000 to win. Again, on down, I believe, to $750 to third, and I'll double-check that here in a moment on the official poster for all of the prizes. But in terms of all the other chaos, Cade McQueen put it pretty well. For the drivers that had moments, and there were quite a bit in that last heat race, there is a short turnaround just to fix the karts, or fix them as much as you can. You're limited on time. You can only do so much before you've got to get on to the next session. And now that's about where we're at. Let's go down.
I'm going to interrupt you here real quick. Paulie, again, you had the option. It looks like you're gridding up. I'm assuming you're not going to take it.
I was advised not to.
All right, there you guys had it from Paulie Massimino. Starting on the pole position, the prize package staying the same, $4,000. Paulie Massimino, Austin Garrison, starting on row number 1, Xander.
$4,000, $1,500 or $1,500 to second, $750 to third, and it'll be that for all of the drivers in the field. So here we go, getting ready for the main event in the Apex Apparel KA100 Shootout. This is going to be a blast. 20 laps on a layout that has not allowed anyone to get away. Paulie Massimino on the inside of row number 1. Austin Garrison on the outside after it all has shaken out. Caleb Gaffera, Oliver Piatek on row 2. Caden McQueen and Connor Ferris, row 3. ZCD, Zach Clamandamello and Alessandro DeTullio, row 4. Frankie Mossman and Jared Clark, row 5. Aiden Levy, Blake Nash, row 6. James Overbeck, Stephen Miller, the fan vote winner, Joseph Hewitt, Enzo Vidmontien, Cash Perkins, and tail end on the field, having to drive through it. And Brandon Lemke starts right behind Enzo Vidmontien. They already had a run-in tonight. Here we go. One more time. Let's bring them down the tram lines. Ready for action. 20 laps for the KA Shootout, presented by Apex Apparel. Let's see if this time is good enough. And we are racing here under, no green that time. Didn't like it enough. And they were going to be sent around one more before we let them loose. We can catch our breath one more time. 8:45 p.m. Eastern local time here in North Carolina, 5:45 p.m. Pacific, and hopefully for all of you around the world watching from wherever you are, this is enough to keep you glued to the screen. And, well, maybe not glued to your seat. You might be up on your feet. And I know that the fence line is a hot commodity on its own as well. Lined fully, end to end of the entire front straightaway, waiting for this. The big moment on the night. The IAME Grand National Championship, known for the shootouts. And this is going to be a big one. 20 laps for KA100 Seniors All-Stars. Paulie Massimino and Brandon Lemke ready to bring the field to green. Here we go. Contact already. Caden McQueen, Oliver Piatek colliding, turn 3. And that'll take 2 of them out of the running. And just like that, Paulie Massimino goes to work to try to break away. Garrison to second. Caleb Gaffera's third. Off the bat with Connor Ferris. 2 more on the runoff. Overbeck and Vidmontien had to take evasive action at turn 3. They'll rejoin at the back of the field. And problems for Stephen Miller. That broken rear bumper from Heat 2 has plagued him again. He'll be out of the running here shortly, as that will take him out of contention. Massimino to the inside as they go to 3. Look at Frankie Mossman trying the high side. He'll have to find a gap or hang on as he pops the curb. Side by side with Levy. No dice there. And let's see what AG can do to the outside of Massimino. Nothing yet in the infield. Now he's side by side for second.
Caleb Gaffera to the outside, still tough, hanging in there, tire to tire as they rocket out of the turn 6, 7 complex and up to 8. This half-mile bull ring, 2 laps down, 18 to go, plenty of time, and they've all got to keep their eyes on Paulie Massimino and try not to let him get too far out in front, as it's about 8 deep in the lead group. DeMello is third, Gaffera, Levy, Mossman, Ferris, and how about it for Brandon Lemke from last? He's in this group now. He's actually up to 7th, having gone by Connor Ferris the last time around. And look as well, over under, Caleb Gaffera, high side, low side. Now back to the high side, turn 9. Side by side, or turn 9 on the normal layout. Turn 6 on this one, up the hill. Single file still, warning flag, Aiden Levy for the Ryan Perry Motorsport Camp. Down the front straightaway. And contact, he gets the bump and run that takes himself and Gaffera way wide. Aiden Levy, he got help from someone going down the hill into turn 1, and I think it might have been Mossman. Frankie Mossman out of 4th. Garrison still in the mix of it all. Brandon Lemke is now up into 5th. It's 3 SCR, Carlos Sainz machines in the top 5. Further back, that was Blake Nash getting sent sideways in front of ADT and Cash Perkins. And for the moment, we finally got a bit of breathing room, and Paulie Massimino is trying to race his way to the $4,000 payday. But again, I mentioned, as good as Austin Garrison looked at that second, he'd be a threat potentially. There's a look. Levy was already kind of out of shape, and it wasn't a big hit from Mossman and Lemke, but it was enough, and at the right angle, to lift the right rear up and off the ground. And at the same point, look at this. Oh my goodness. Austin Garrison, the right rear bumper bolt has broken, and there it goes. DeMello to the inside. Garrison doesn't know it yet. He will in a moment. His hopes at the money. Dashed. Austin Garrison, a broken right rear bumper will bring the meatball flag as he checks the sides, and he goes back to 4th. Now his teammate Lemke is there. The question is if DeMello can hunt down Massimino. I don't know if anyone else had the speed to run with Paulie. It's been a barn burner race already. There's Aiden Levy trying to let Garrison know that it was the right rear, and I think he's realized it now. Here's DeTulio on Levy into the infield hairpin. He'll go by him. Garrison is still digging, and at this point, stay out there as long as you can. You never know what could happen at this point, but I think he's starting to realize and come to terms with it. His night is done. And so it is Massimino to DeMello. Last time by, ZCD knocked a 10.5 off. They are closing. Mossman back there in 3rd, riding with him. 4th on back. You got to be careful. If they fight too much, they'll let the top 3 get away. Connor Ferris, Brandon Lemke, Alessandro DeTulio sending it on the inside, trying to bring the Rocket Racing Company crew to their feet as Levy feeds Lemke a wheel at the exit of the hairpin. And Brandon Lemke drops back down the order. Still a great charge. 18th on the grid to get as high as 5th. He's still running okay. Cash Perkins as well. What a rebound for him. In good spirits and hanging tough with the big boys at the front of KA Sr. That was a move there on Lemke to the inside in turn 1. Looked like he got it done, and indeed, Cash Perkins is up to 7th. And for DeMello and Mossman, last lap a little less, but they are still gaining. They picked off another 0.5 It'll get easier when they get into the tow range and get the slipstream down the main straightaway. So maybe that'll help. As Austin Garrison becomes our first official exit to the scale house here with James Overbeck out, Vin Montien out. Pass for second, Mossman as well. The right rear bumper looks low. Check out the 900 as he takes over second. Does he also have a right rear bumper bolt starting to go? It is. It's dragging the ground. DeMello goes by, and there goes Mossman. DeMello trying to let him know. And now Frankie Mossman, the second Speed Concepts racing machine with a broken right rear bumper bolt. But the move on DeMello and the counter move DeMello made in turn 3 might be the difference maker for Paulie. As they climb the hill, it'll be 9 down, 11 to go. Let's go down to pit lane here with the other SCR Carlos Sainz entry that's already exited in Austin Garrison.
You said you guys were fast out there.
Yeah, we had a really good piece, probably fast enough for me and Paul to go and pull away. Unfortunately, events happen, and nothing you can really go and do about it. You know, it's all part of racing. Our bumper bolt broke. And I just couldn't drive it. I tried to hang on and try to carry speed, but I just had no rear grip. I was sliding around everywhere. I just was going to be a hazard to other people, so there was no point in trying to go and finish. But yeah, very unfortunate. I think we had a really good pace to, for sure finish first or second. Definitely maybe even walk away from it. But it's racing.
Yeah, there you guys have from Austin Garrison. Luckily for him, another shot for him tomorrow night.
And sadly, Caleb's going to be joined here in a moment by Austin's teammate. I don't even know if Austin knew it when he pulled in. Frankie Mossman, same exact issue, broken right rear bumper bolt for him to the scale line. Paulie Massimino now is starting to hit his stride, by the way. 37 flat for him last time. DeMello's doing everything he can, but he's all by himself on an island there in second. 1.3 seconds away from the lead and a second and a half away from the second group here, led by ADT. Connor Ferris there in line, Cash Perkins in line. There still are 8 laps remaining. Anything can happen. Caleb Gaffera, heavy, crushed in front bumper for him, and maybe more with a pushback deployed for the 969. He's now gone by Brandon Lemke. Gaffera was one of the drivers that was kind of a casualty in that opening lap skirmish in turn 3. He looked to be really good tonight. He still is right now, currently the fastest driver on the racetrack, only driver in the 36-second bracket. So Caleb G up now to the 7th spot, trying to race his way into the money. Remember, it pays to 3rd. So this battle for ADT on back is still up for grabs for an extra bit of cash. It'll pay the entry for the weekend. For DeTulio, back to Ferris, back to Cash Perkins. No improvement for them. They're losing time to the leader. DeMello did knock off about a 10th last time. He'll need to do that every lap and then some to get to Paulie. So he had progress going. Mossman passed him right as Mossman did. It was right as his bumper went. Just an unlucky bit of timing for Zach in the momentum shift, and then having to go back to work again to try to close to Paulie Massimino. That time by, he picks off another half-tenth. He still needs more to get there. Cash Perkins to the inside of Connor Ferris. That's 4th. And the BJR crew might be able to take 2 of the podium steps here with their rookie, their superstar in the making, Cash Perkins, hunting down the most recent X30 Pro heat race winner in Alessandro DeTulio, and this weekend's pole sitter as well. Talk about experience and the level that he's about to go toe-to-toe with here in the next few laps, and more on the way. Caleb Gaffera to the inside of Ferris. That's 5th. And another spot gain for the Holtz driver development crew. And that time by Paulie Massimino as his teammate Perkins now takes over 3rd. Answered the call. He opens the gap back up to DeMello, and it goes back to 1.38. Maybe Cash Perkins can put some major laps together to run up to ZCD, but it's still going to be a tall order. It's a bigger gap than what Zach has to deal with up to Paulie. Cash Perkins said he wanted to really earn the respect of the seniors out there, and really this weekend's been about that. He played a very smart, controlled race. Heat 2 for KA Sr. You see DeTulio there motioning back to Gaffera. I think he realized he may not have the pace, but he's trying to get some help to get Caleb to push him back forward, and I don't know if he'll get it. Let's see if Caleb goes right here, turn 3. Instant to the inside and through on Alessandro DeTulio. Wasn't going to wait anymore. This time by, 4 laps remaining. Paulie Massimino on his way to become the only driver besides Connor Zilish to win more than one shootout, and the only driver in a league of his own to win 3 X30 Pro Shootout in 2021. Last year, after coming up so close in the KA Shootout many years over, finally able to get the win. And this tonight he's been the car to beat. He was consistent. He played it safe. He said he likes gambling. He didn't want to take the risk, and maybe that was the smart play, because the race has worked out just enough to give him the gap he needed to get out of drafting range, to pull out a margin and build on it. He's doing just that now. DeMello in second. This is probably the hardest spot to stay motivated in, because you're deflated. You know how fast that velocity Sodi is. You might have been able to hang on to the coattails of Paulie and make it a fight. But you've got to stay vigilant, because this group behind here, the looming fight for 3rd, they might just get to him if he's not careful. They're only a second and a quarter away, but I still think that Caleb Gaffera is going to keep marching and at least get some money into the pocket of the Hotz DD camp. And here he is with a run at Perkins. 2 to go this time. He can take his time with it. He's got the gap building now back to DeTulio in 5th. Ferris and Levy there, 6th and 7th. A big run down the front stretch. And we're going to see one of the youngest talents, one of the most exciting stories so far this weekend. Cash Perkins have to fend off a home track, hometown kid who has driven more laps here, more years driving here than he's been on this earth. Caleb Gaffera. And for behind the two of them, this battle already heating up as well for P5. No money for this, just a bit of ego and pride to bring back to the camp. There's a look at Paulie Massimino's mom. We've got to see the family here and the celebrations at this racetrack. He's had some of the biggest moments of his career here at home. And the white flag is out now. 1 more to go. That cart just needs to hang on for another half mile. Less than that now. The fight for 3rd remains. The BJR crew could get 2 of the 3 money-paying spots. Cash Perkins trying to hang on. Gaffera is so close. DeTulio fending off. Back for 5th. And for Paulie Massimino, $4,000. And the first year his girlfriend Brooke Knockman gets to sponsor the race. It'll go the way of BJR and Paulie Massimino for the 2nd consecutive year. Zachary Clement DeMello 2nd, and Cash Perkins brings the BJR crew to a full-on cheer, 3rd, and in the money. Brandon Jarsakrak's crew, 2 of the 3 podium spots, and the main event win. 2 years ongoing, and Paulie Massimino is now a 3-time IAME Grand Shootout winner. What a race. We'll take it quickly through the results here before we send it down to the scale line. Paulie Massimino back-to-back in the KA100 shootout and a $4,000 payday. 3-time shootout winner. Zachary Clement DeMello will take home $1,500 tonight for Velocity Racing Sodi. And Cash Perkins will get a first career paycheck, $750, P3, and on the podium here for the KA shootout.
Paulie Massimino. Again, when you go gambling, they say the house always wins, but tonight Paulie Massimino wins at Trackhouse. And again, Xander said it right, the winningest driver in shootout history, Exeter shootout winner, KA shootout winner last year, and a shootout winner here again. How does it feel, Paulie?
Just as good as last time. You know, even this year, the competition, all these guys are super, super fast. I mean, if you take a look at our KA field that we're racing again, 10 to 20 can go out and win. So we had to do tonight. Our heats were very good, and then I did a little bit of blocking in the beginning just to try and see if I could create some separation. And yeah, that's what I got. So I got that separation, put my head down, kept pounding laps, and I was waiting for him to give us 2 to go.
And again, huge support group for you here this weekend, right? The fence lines were just erupted when you crossed the finish line. How sweet is it, right? Winning $4,000 here at home, your garage is here, your academy's here. How does it, how does that aspect winning at home again?
Yeah, it's sweet. Obviously, people might say, I have an advantage, which, sure, maybe I do, but winning still feels great. So I can't thank the whole BJR team. Without them, like I said, none of this is possible. I was kind of skeptical on taking the gamble, but Brandon and my dad advised me just go win the race. It's better to go win the race and to make a few extra bucks sometimes. So very happy with them. As soon as we went out for the warm-up, the cart was fast, so we actually didn't change it. So yeah, I can't thank them enough. My parents, of course, my girlfriend, actually the sponsor. So it's cool to win it. Her first time sponsoring, so that's awesome. Chris Knockman for everything he does for me. BBS, Offset, OTK, Nexet, Odenthal, Wiggity Wayne, Paulie Racing, all those laps out here. Got that one covered. And yeah, I mean, I guess everybody in the paddock for such a high energy. It's great.
There you go. Congrats, Paulie, and enjoy the $4 grand.
Thank you.
We'll send it over to Haley. She's standing by with Cash Perkins.
I've got Cash Perkins here. We've had a development since you guys left the racing surface. You're now a P2 finisher due to a penalty with ZCD. How does it feel to show up this weekend and get her done?
It feels amazing. It just feels amazing.
Who do you want to thank for this one, first of all?
Definitely my mom, my dad, Brent Durstacrack, just having an amazing team, and definitely Jamie Saraki, Team FMS. You know, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here today.
And after those rough heat races, I'll let you go soon so you can get through scales, but after those rough heat races, did you think that you would be able to get this done, get up as far as you did?
Well, I knew I was fast. I just didn't know if I was going to be able to get through the crowd because, you know, I didn't know if they were going to white line the whole race or if we were going to spread out. Luckily, we spread out, but, you know, Paulie was just way too far, and I couldn't get him. But I feel like if it wasn't going to spread out so much, I think I had a good chance.
Thank you, Cash, and congratulations.
We'll let the scale lines roll on through with Cash Perkins moving up. Potentially, DeMello's pushback would promote Caleb Gaffera as well to P3, so we'll have to stay tuned for more updates. But if so, a BJR 1-2 here in the shootout. How about it?
I know, dude. I think if the group didn't put out so much, you didn't start last year.
I mean, smile on your face, right, Brandon? We talked before it, and two of your guys getting on the podium here. How does that feel for you?
Yeah, it's really cool. Obviously really proud of Paulie. He put in a really good night between the heat races and the final there, but really proud of Cash because I think he wrecked in both races, had to start at the back, and made it up to third on track, and I think he'll get second with the bumper penalty, so that's really cool for him. Cool to see him join our team kind of this weekend. I mean, he was with us before, but good to see him join this weekend and all the success he's having, so it's really cool.
And again, I'm curious to ask you as well, right? You were a part of this event, you know, at the beginning in 2021 when it started. Is it kind of more satisfying to see your guys go out there and win with your name and your logo on their carts here this weekend?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I did a lot of stuff in racing, but I think this is way more satisfying to see kids that you help, like especially Paulie. I've been basically a brother to him for forever, and to see him have success is really cool. And then, like I said, seeing the young kids like Cash come into our program and finish on the podium, win some money, I think it's really cool.
How do you guys celebrate tonight?
Oh man, I don't even know. I'm sure we'll be down at the Knockman garage and having a good time.
There you go. Congrats, Brandon. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
And Jars crack in, good spirits. They're going to get back. And again, celebrations for them going down in the garages further up. But that being said, what a day we've had here today. Xander, I'll send it over to you to recap.
Thank you, Caleb. That closes out a good bit of the action here. Crazy racing here with the Pilpick heats. And then, of course, the average of it all, well, the cream rises to the top. How about Cash Perkins? 17th on the grid to second officially here with the dust settling. We'll have podium ceremonies shortly for the Apex Apparel Shootout. And Caleb Gaffera potentially will be joining him on the box ahead of DeTulio, provisionally 4th. I don't know exactly where DeMello's penalty will drop him to. He was, again, provisionally 2nd, so we'll call it as they finished. Gaffera across the line 4th, DeTulio then rounding the top 5 as they cross the line. Ferris, Clark, Levy, Brandon Lemke, Blake Nash, the top 10, and a myriad of DNFs. Frankie Mossman and Austin Garrison, the heartbreaking bumper bolts breaking for them. James Overbeck and Enzo Vidmontiana, after they rejoined and realized they were not going to catch the field, having to make evasive action on the opening lap, pulled in. And Stephen Miller, we saw the damage to his rear bumper, 3 going out at the beginning of it. But the first of 3 days of action at the IAME Grand National Championship are in the books now. Kick things off with a spectacular run of back-to-back heat races, and then through the shootouts tonight. What a story. Lennox Lockhart fired up with one of the biggest cheering sections to kick it off, and we thought that was already going to be a high bar set. And then this, the move for Nate the Great Golseth to the inside, outside, to the bottom from 3rd to 1st to win his first race, and it fired the entire Ryan Perry Motorsport crew up. How about it? What a way to get her done. And he even joined us in the broadcast booth. Even Mom was getting fired up. And for Shaston, for Austin Osborne, for team owner Ryan Perry, and as Nathan mentioned, he's been coached by so many and developed by so many of the stars, he got to announce them in their opening KA Senior Heat race after this celebration. Cooled him off a little, I'm sure. And then the night began. What a beautiful scene here at Trackhouse Motorplex in the Mooresville, North Carolina countryside as we got closer to sunset hour, and kicked off the first of 4 sessions with 18 drivers. Promoters picks, a top 10 in the heat classification, and the fan vote winner, Joseph Hewitt, he got into the main and finished 13th. Made all the laps, stayed out of trouble. That's all you can ask for here because it's hard to avoid it. Cash Perkins, how about it? Sun up, up and over, and sun down, able to drive through, and that, of course, came later on. He still had to manage through the heats that had all kinds of action. James Overbeck, oh, so close to hanging on to it, but the wet grass caught himself and many others out. Stephen Miller, sadly, the damage to him, it seemed to not fully be sorted by the main, and then we were fully under nightfall for that 20-lap main. And Paulie Massimino, now a 3-time shootout winner, and joins Connor Zilish in going back-to-back 2 years in a row and gets the whole camp fired up to close out the first night of action. What a way to send it off. And of course, we'll have the podium ceremonies as well to officially give those checks out. And the ever-cool CNC Performance Engineering Trophy for the shootout winners. Paulie's got 3 of them now. We're getting ready to give him his 3rd here shortly. Thanks for watching.
This broadcast is the sole property of Kart Chaser Group, LLC. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the images, audio, or accounts of this event, in whole or in part, without the expressed written consent of Kart Chaser Group, LLC is strictly prohibited. Thanks for watching.